cellphone at radio base. Yakapin ang pagbabago, pahirapan, kaya natin to. Lakasan ang iyong loob sa bagong normal, sa bagong mundo.
Isang alang-alang natin ang ating kaligtasan sa bawat oras at panahon, magpakailanman. Hangat palagi ng ating paaralan ang matuto, gayon din maging ligtas ang kabataan. Tayo ay magkaisa, halina't sama-sama, kasali lahat, kasama lahat, para sa lahat. Pilipinas, maghanda ka na, balik eskwela na, tara. Tayong lahat sabay-sabay,
pagkakaisa ay may lakas. Eto na ang new normal, online learning at modular. Di na kailangan mag-face to face, gamit ang cellphone at radio base. Yakapin na ang pagbabago, pahirapan, kaya natin to. Lakasan ang iyong loob sa bagong normal, sa bagong mundo. Sa bagong normal, sa bagong mundo. Sa bagong normal, sa bagong mundo. Saludo, saludo, saludo ako sa'yo. Saludo, saludo, saludo ako sa'yo. Di mo alintana mga batikos at pangungutya, lalong-lalo na sa panahon ng pandemya. Ika'y di sumusuko, lumalaban at nangangako, maihatid pa rin ang serbisyong totoo. Para sa kabataan, ginagawa ang lahat, maibigay lang ang edukasyong karapat-dapat. Kaya't ang awit kong ito ialay ko sa'yo. Deped ako'y saludo sa'yo sa katapatan mo sa Pilipino. Ngayong kaarawan mo, tanggapin mo ang pagpupugay ko. O deped ako'y saludo sa'yo. Saludo, saludo, saludo ako sa'yo. Ika'y pinangungunahan ng isang superwoman, walang iba, Madam Leonor Briones lang naman. Sa ngalan ng serbisyo, dedikasyon sa trabaho, pagmamahal ng isang ina, nararamdaman ko, ikaw ang
Nagasilya gikan sa Bulawanong probinsya sa Davao de Oro. Kini ang siguradong lingaw, siguradong kuyaw. 88.5 Z-Radio.
This is Z-Radio 88.5.
Ligaya na
Good morning, Davao de Oro. Our food for thought for today is coming from the book of James, chapter 1, verse 5. It says, "If any of you lack wisdom, let him ask of God, that giveth to all men liberally, and upbraideth not, and it shall be given him." Reflection. It is the privilege of every believer first to talk with God in his closet, and then as God's mouthpiece to talk with others. In order that we may have something to impart, we must daily receive light and blessing. Men and women who commune with God, who have an abiding Christ, who, because they cooperate with holy angels, are surrounded with holy influences, are needed at this time. The cause needs those who have power to draw with Christ, power to express the love of God in words of encouragement and sympathy. As the believer bows in supplication before God, and in humility and contrition offers his petition from unfeigned lips, he loses all thought of self. His mind is filled with the thought of what he must have in order to build up a Christ-like character. He prays, "Lord, if I am to be a channel through which thy love is to flow day by day and hour by hour, I claim by faith the grace and power that thou hast promised." He fastens his hold firmly on the promise. "If any of you lack wisdom, let him ask of God, and it shall be given him." How this dependence pleases the Master! How he delights to hear the steady, earnest pleading! With wonderful and ennobling grace, the Lord sanctifies the humble petitioner, giving him power to perform the most difficult duties. All that is undertaken is done unto the Lord, and this elevates and sanctifies the lowliest calling. It invests with new dignity every word, every act, and links the humblest worker with the highest of the angels in the heavenly courts. The sons and daughters of God have a great work to do in the world. They are to accept the word of God as the men of their counsel and to impart it to others. They are to diffuse light. All who have received an engrafted word will be faithful in giving that word to others. They will speak the words of Christ. In conversation and in deportment, they will give evidence of a daily conversion to the principles of truth. Such believers will be a spectacle to the world, to angels and to men, and God will be glorified in them.
May pagluban, yuta mong nagmadagayaon, mga anak mong mahigugmaon, di bali nagasiyak gikan sa magbubuhat. Davao de Oro, tuburan sa paglao. Sa Davao inyong mahuswagon, ang kaanyang mo makabibihan, talag sa una sa kahitasan. Kabukiran sa lumaki alimahan, bunga sa kalagayan. Davao de Oro, yutang saan, may bulawang may pagluban. Yuta mong nagmadagayaon, mga anak mong mahigugmaon. Kipalig kong sa bayanihan, iumol sa panaghiusap. Sa timuang may mapeya at sa pagtinabangan may kalamluan. Davao de Oro, kanimong nagamitan among kabulahanan. Davao de Oro, mapulawanong paraiso. Sa nag-iusang Davaoenyo, ang kaanyang makabibihan, talag sa onda sa kahitasan. Kabukiran sa lumagi alimahan, bunga sa kalagayan. Davao de Oro, kanimong nagabitan among kabulahanan. Davao de Oro, mapulawanong paraiso. Sa nag-iusang Davaoenyo, Davao de Oro, Davao de Oro, dagatuyutan, buhing bulawan. Davao de Oro, Davao de Oro, dagatuyutan, buhing
Z-Radio 88.5.
Oras nato karon, alas 10:19 na sa buntag. Again, our Z time, it's already 10:19 in the morning. And time check is atod kanato ni Vice Governor Maria Carmen Zamora. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, Golden Province of Davao de Oro. Lakip na sa batong mga silingang probinsya nga abot ning atong sibihanan. Ayan, good morning po sa inyong tanan. It's a beautiful Wednesday umaga and it's January 27, 2021. Panibagong araw, no? It's a brand new day. Mga bagong kaalaman na naman po ang ating matututunan. Kaya naman, we welcome you all sa Wednesday edition ng ating programang Radyo Z-Eskwela.
Siguradong masaya.
Yes, of course, din lang na sa inyong paboritong radio station, ang Z-Radio 88.5 FM, ang istasyong Siguradong Lingaw.
Siguradong kuyaw.
Anyas, good morning, Sir Drew.
Good morning, Teacher Mai. Again, kami naman po ang inyong makakasama for the first 2 hours sa atong programa. Good morning sa lahat ng ating mga learners, most especially sa ating grade 9, 10, and also sa ating mga senior high school learners across our province of Davao de Oro. Good morning din po sa ating mga parents and guardians and sa lahat po ng tao na nakikinig sa ating programa din sa atong sibiyahanan.
Yes, labaw na sa mga naka-duty na karuno sa ilahang mga trabaho. Ayan, na nasa kanilang mga station na ngayon. Ayan, good morning po sa inyo and please do keep safe good sa kanunay. No? Ato ang i-maintain ang ato ang physical distancing. Labaw na kung makikistorya sa atong mga kaubanan. Kung mahimo, always ginato nga isulob ang ato ang face mask. O kung ano na face shield, mas labing maayo.
Yes, tama ka dyan, Teacher Ma. Good morning din sa ating mga personahe dyan sa ating division office sa Department of Education. Nagipangunahan sa ato ang inahan na SDS na si Ma'am Eufemia T. Gamutin o kauban ng ato ang ASDS na si Doc Romel Handayan.
Yes, so to the rest of the EPS pod, good morning, labaw na sa ato ang EPS, atong featured subject karong adlaw, which is MAPE, no? So, hello and good morning to Sir Dexter si Kenya. Ayan, hello Sir Dex. Good morning kanimo diha, sir. Okay, so 10:22, good morning also sa tanan natong mga program sponsors, no? Maraming thank you mga ma'am and sir sa walang sawang pagmamahal at suporta po sa ating programa. Okay, so sa lahat ng ating mga viewers, kung namoy mga mensahe, so ayaw mo pagduha-duha, ayaw kaulaw sa pagpadala ni Ana sa amua. So, asa na nila nga pwede ipadangat, Sir Drew?
Yes, Teacher Roy. Thank you so much. So, aside sa ating on-air din sa inyong mga radio frequency 88.5 FM, we do have cross-line streaming gamit ang ating Facebook application. All you have to do is to find, to like, and to share, and of course, subscribe our FB pages mga kazi, such as the Z Radio 88.5, DepEd Tayo Division of Davao de Oro, and the Radyo Z-Eskwela, DepEd Davao de Oro. And with this FB pages, mga ka-Z learners, of course, you can have the free time to comment on the comment boxes para sa inyong mga pangutana with regards sa atong mga lesson presentations, and of course, kung naamoy mga ipadangat na mga rekomendasyon o mga suggestion may tungod sa atong programa, all you have to do is to comment on these FB pages.
Yes, and kung na-miss ninyo ang atong episode gahapon, no? Ato na to siyang i-upload sa ato ang YouTube channel nga Radyo Z-Eskwela DDO.
Tama ka dyan, Teacher Mai. And of course, i-subscribe din natin ang ating YouTube channel para ma-review na sa atong mga learners ang tanan na itong mga lesson presentation din sa atong programa. Again, that's Radyo Z-Eskwela DDO. Radyo Z-Eskwela DDO.
Yeah, so let's make this day a productive and meaningful one. Again, kami po inyong makakasama for the first 2 hours ng ating programa. Nangangahulugan po yan na maya-maya ang inyong makakasama naman po ay si Sir JL and si Ma'am Donna. So samahan niyo po kami. This is Ma'am Maymay Resman.
And I'm Sir Drew Manuel.
Hanggang alas 12 po ng tanghaling ito. So, dalawang presentasyon, no? Ang ating ipepresent sa kanila, Sir Drew, ipapakita natin. Kaya, atin ang simulan.
Yes, Teacher Mai. So, magsisimula tayo para sa MAPE 9. The topic for this is other art forms of medieval, Renaissance, and Baroque music. Makakasama natin as a content presenter, isang Teacher 1 from Compostela National High School. We have Ma'am Aliana K.A. Gamba.
10:24 na po ang ating oras. It's a beautiful wellness day to learn health and fitness and to explore the different forms of music and arts. Kaya naman,
tara na, magklase na ta!
Good afternoon to all viewers of Z-Eskwela, especially to our grade 9 learners. I am teacher Aliana K. Albelda Gamba from Compostela National High School, Compostela East District, your music teacher for this day. Today, we will discuss about grade 9 music, other art forms of medieval, Renaissance, and Baroque music. At the end of our lesson, you are expected to relate medieval, Renaissance, and Baroque music to other art forms and its history within the era. Before we will start our lesson, I would like to remind everyone to prepare your music module for this week as well as your pen and paper. I would also like to ask all the learners to pay attention and to participate as much as possible. So, listen attentively so you can follow my discussion. Are you ready? To assess what you know about the other art forms related to medieval, Renaissance, and Baroque music and history, let's answer the following activities found in your module. Let's start with the part 1. Matching type. You are going to match column A with column B. I will give you enough time to answer the activity. Write your answers on a separate sheet of paper. Time is up! Let's proceed to the part 2 of the activity. Encircle the letter of your choice. Just write your answer on a separate sheet of paper. Time is up! Good job! You are really familiar with the concepts of medieval, Renaissance, and Baroque music and history. Let's check later on if all your answers are correct. To give you more idea and knowledge about the questions that we have answered a while ago, let us continue with our lesson proper. Are you ready to listen? In the previous module, you have learned the musical elements of given medieval, Renaissance, and Baroque music and was able to identify and describe them. In this module, you will learn and identify some of the art forms that are related to medieval, Renaissance, and Baroque music and its history. Now, before we formally begin our new lesson, let's find out if you know the elements of arts and design. Let's have the Jumbled Bee activity. Turn your module to page 1. There are 7 elements of arts and design, and scramble the letters to form the element using the table below. Just write your answer in a separate sheet of paper. Number 1. A mark made by a pointed tool such as a brush, pen, or stick to create a moving point. What is the answer? Correct! The answer for number 1 is line. Let's proceed to number 2. A flat, enclosed that has 2 dimensions, length and width, in many types and sizes. What's the answer? Very good! The correct answer for number 2 is shape. Let's proceed to number 3. It can be bright, dull, dark, or light. What is the answer for number 3? Color. Very good. Number 4. Degrees of lightness and darkness or contrast. What's the answer? Correct. The answer for number 4 is value. Number 5. Objects that are 3-dimensional, having length, width, and height that can be viewed from many sides. What is the answer? Correct! Form is the answer for number 5. Number 6 describes the feel of an actual surface. What's the answer? Very good! The answer for number 6 is texture. Last number. It is used to create the illusion of depth and can be 2D, 3D, negative, or positive? What's the answer? Correct! For number 7, the correct answer is space. Were you able to identify the elements of arts and design? Thank you for participating our activity. Now, let's take a look. How can we classify the art forms?
The Radyo Z-Eskwela program of the Division of Davao de Oro is being brought to you by Nueda Builders Construction and Supply Incorporated, Maverick Builders Incorporated, Mitch Construction and Supply, Archicons Architectural Construction and Supply, DB Construction and Supply, Hanaway Builders Corporation, Phoenix Corvada Tagum Gasoline Station, Master Construction and Supplies, Mackenzie Builders, GP&H Construction Incorporated, Metro Gear Construction Corporation, NEN Builders and Development Services Corporation, Max Mays Enterprises Incorporated, We Inc. Construction Company, Rangay Construction and Supply, East Sussex Enterprise, WM Construction, Councilor Boogie and Miss Marjorie Vertodazo, Icon Builders and Supply, and Apex Mining Company Incorporated.
There are other art forms that would relate to medieval, Renaissance, and Baroque music and its history. When you think about the arts, we can directly say or incorporate them with painting, sculpture, architecture, dance, and literature. Let's start with the medieval arts. Medieval arts were represented by Byzantine, Romanesque, and Gothic era. Byzantine art made to glorify the Christian religion and to express its mystery. It was filled with spiritual symbolism and illustrated a love of splendor. It was a combination of Eastern decorative art forms and classical Western art, naturalistic art. Romanesque art was characterized by its very vigorous style in painting and sculpture, lavishly decorated manuscripts, and retained many basic features of Roman architectural styles. It was greatly influenced by Byzantine art with a highly innovative and coherent style. Gothic art reinforced symbolic meaning or serving as a representation or is something that has a greater meaning because of what it represents. Here are some examples of art forms related to medieval. This is the Byzantine monumental church. Second is the Romanesque carving. Third, the French historiated initial with men slaying a monster from a theological manuscript. And lastly, reconstruction of the Temple Jerusalem Burgundian miniature. Let's talk about Renaissance arts. Renaissance arts covered artworks produced during the 14th, 15th, and 16th centuries in Europe. It pertains to arts, particularly in Italy, such as sculptures, paintings, music, architecture, and literature. The common subject of this period is human philosophy. Renaissance art was characterized by accurate anatomy, scientific perspective, and deeper landscape. Here are some examples of art forms related to Renaissance. The first one is the painting of Mona Lisa by Leonardo da Vinci. This is one of the most famous and recognized paintings in history. Next, one of the iconic paintings of Michelangelo, The Creation of Adam, is the painting on the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel. The third example is The Last Supper. This is one of the most important paintings during Renaissance period, considered to be the best artwork by Leonardo da Vinci in 1498. The last example is The School of Athens by Raphael. The last form is the Baroque period. Baroque was a period of artistic styles and exaggerated motion, drama, tension, and grandeur. Paintings illustrated key elements of Catholic dogma, either directly in biblical works or indirectly in imaginary or symbolic work. Sculptures were typically larger than life-size and was marked by a similar sense of dynamic movement along with an active use of space. Architecture was designed to create spectacle and illusion. Thus, the straight lines of the Renaissance were replaced with flowing curves. Dance suite, a collection of dance music, was introduced and made popular in this period, such as minuet, polonaise, overture, bourrée, gavotte, jig, ragudin, and many others. Here are some examples of art forms related to Baroque. First is The Four Continents by Peter Paul Rubens, followed by The Pavilion Sully, and lastly, the Metropolitan Cathedral Church. I guess that you already understand the other art forms of medieval, Renaissance, and Baroque music. Now, let's see if you can identify the art forms of the following famous photos. Let's answer Activity 2. Let's solve the mystery. Study and analyze the photos in the diagram below. These photos represent other art forms in medieval, Renaissance, and Baroque period. Answer the following questions and write your answers on a separate sheet of paper. Number 1. Given the sample collage, can you identify the different art forms of medieval, Renaissance, and Baroque periods? Number 2. Which of those photos were you familiar with, and how will you relate those artworks with the history of medieval, Renaissance, and Baroque music? Time is up! Now, this time, let's answer the assessment test and kindly open your music module to page 6. I will give you enough time to answer the activity. Are you done? Let us check if your answers are correct.
The Radyo Z-Eskwela program of the Division of Davao de Oro is being brought to you by Nueda Builders Construction and Supply Incorporated, Maverick Builders Incorporated, Mitch Construction and Supply, Archicons Architectural Construction and Supply, DB Construction and Supply, Hanaway Builders Corporation, Phoenix Corvada Tagum Gasoline Station, Master Construction and Supplies, Mackenzie Builders, GP&H Construction Incorporated, Metro Gear Construction Corporation, NEN Builders and Development Services Corporation, Max Mays Enterprises Incorporated, We Inc. Construction Company, Rangay Construction and Supply, East Sussex Enterprise, WM Construction, Councilor Boogie and Miss Marjorie Vertodazo, Icon Builders and Supply, and Apex Mining Company Incorporated.
Were you able to identify the correct answer? Very good! Are you ready for our last activity? Our last activity will be the Dora the Explorer. Kindly submit your output to your respective teachers. This activity aims to discover other art forms that would relate to medieval, Renaissance, and Baroque music. Explore these forms by doing an intensive research on the internet. Gather at least 3 forms from each period, copy the link, and provide photos on your research facts and ideas. We are done with our lesson. Thank you for listening, and I hope you have learned and enjoy our learning session. I am teacher Aliana K. Albelda Gamba of Compostela National High School, Compostela East District, saying bye-bye!
Radyo Z-Eskwela Executive Committee, the Schools Division Superintendent, Eufemia T. Gamutin Seso 5, Assistant Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Romel R. Handayan, OIC Curriculum Implementation Division Chief, Karina S. Frasco, School Governance and Operations Division Chief, Dr. Ruben J. Riponte. Members: Cecilia Morales, Dr. Hilda A. Opeña, Dr. Arlene B. Lim, Dr. Eldecris B. Calzadora, Dr. Dexter A. Sikinia, Nohara O. Pinute, Noemi P. Canales, Dr. Grace D. Pontillas, Virgilito C. Pabrices, Juanito Lapiceros, Engineer Norberto S. Manlangit, Jomar M. Dumupoy, Bob Dalan S. Milabat, Medard T. Ampit, and Paz Eugenia Villusino. Technical Working Committee, Productions and Communications, Lorely E. Quijano, Given G. Hinampas, Judyland T. Yu, Donna D. T. Bolifer, Mary Rose N. Resma, Riwen Manuel, Irene Lea C. Manguhon, and Bessie Aya N. Banias. Social Media and Packaging Team, Christian Anhara L. Martesio, William R. Ranara, Joan Roberto S. Acusar Jr., May B. Istaniol, Richard H. Arellano, Glee L. S. Blanco, Ralph A. Tabanyag, Angelo Gutierrez Jr., and Jade Karen Arais.
sa Davao de Oro.
That's right. So, sa atong mga netizens ngayon, si Ma'am Jervy Oxenia, sabi niya sa first presenter na si Ma'am Aliana, go Ma'am, go. And also, nagpasalamat din ang ating presenter na si Ma'am Aliana K. Gamba. And dalian lang, I would like to congratulate my co-teacher, Sir Tito Fernandez. Kasal niya ngayong araw na ito. Congratulations in advance. And also, shout out sa aking mga kasamahan dyan sa Tuburan National High School na naka-skeletal workforce dyan na pinangunahan ng aming school head na si Sir Rogelio Eguno. Hi po sa inyong lahat.
Yes, so and speaking of kasal, no, I would like to congratulate Sir Dreamy Babanto and Ma'am Melissa Antoque. Kasal rin nila ngayon. And happy birthday at the same time to our bride na si Ma'am Melissa.
Wow.
And happy birthday also to Raimi Pilutes. Ayan, hello Ma'am Rai. Happy birthday.
Yes, happy birthday din sa aking amigo na si Sir Aren Rofero, so one of the teachers in Davao, Asuncion, Davao del Norte. And hi din sa ating sa aming Mao District Supervisor na si Ma'am Toto Tevis, and sa lahat ng mga personnel dyan sa Mawab District Office. God bless you always.
Yes, hello also to Sir Andrew Escalona diha sa LGU Carmen Agusan del Sur.
Wow.
Ayan, hello kaninyong tanan diha, maayong adlaw po. Okay, so it's already 10:49. Hulato na mo ang inyong mga mensahe. And for the meantime, bago ta mag-proceed sa atong second lesson presentation, allow us to take a break for a while. Ug mobalik kita mga kazi, humaniining pipila ka mga pahinumdo.
Z-Radio! 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 Z-Radio 88.5. Siguradong lingaw, siguradong kuyaw. Laging handa! Laging handa! Bahat at tuyot, sunog, lindol, bagyo. Mga kalamidad na likas sa ating mundo. Napapahamak ang buhay at kabuhayan. Kaya naman kailangan ng paghandaan.
Maging handa, maging alerto. Tungkulin to ng bawat mamamayan. Kaya tara na, kilos na, lika na, tumulong tayo. Gawin na po ang karapat-dapat na maging laging handa. Tara na, kilos na, lika na, tumulong tayo. Gawin na po ang karapat-dapat na maging laging handa. Laging handa.
Kalamidad ay maaasahang darating.
Sa di inaasahang oras,
Kaya naman hindi na dapat hintayin. Unahan na habang di pa natataranta.
maging handa, maging alerto. Tungkulin to ng bawat mamamayan. Kaya tara na, kilos na, lika na, tumulong tayo. Gawin na po ang karapat-dapat na maging laging handa. Tara na, kilos na, lika na, tumulong tayo. Gawin na po ang karapat-dapat na maging laging handa. Suriin mo mabuti ang iyong kapaligiran. Saan ka pa nakatira? Diyan ba ay bumabaha? Tuwing gamot pagkain, kumot pang sindi, first aid kit. Mga gamit panligtas ng buhay dapat mabitbit. At sakaling lumindol o sumabog ang bulkan, meron bang matagdaanan palayo sa kasawian? Panahon na ay malupit at ang hangin hagupit. Mabuti na lang na tayo ay laging nakahanda. Tara na, kilos na, lika na, tumulong tayo. Gawin na po ang karapat-dapat na maging laging handa. Tara na, kilos na, lika na, tumulong tayo. Gawin na po
message was brought to you by the Department of Education with the support of World Vision Development Foundation.
Sabay na babangon, sama-samang ahon, ihanda ang sarili sa hamon. Ipapipigil sa pagsulong sa kinabukasan na katuon, para sa di kalidad na edukasyon.
Balik-eskwela na naman, isa puso ang kahandaan. Handang isip, handa bukas, sa pagkakaisa ay may lakas.
Ito na ang new normal, online learning at modular. Di na kailangang mag-face-to-face, gamit ang cellphone at radio base. Yakapin na ang pagbabago, pahirapan, kaya natin to. Lakasan ang iyong loob, sa bagong normal, sa bagong mundo. Kristiyano at katutubo, isang hanggarin san patubo. Ipagpatuloy pag-aaral mo, tagumpay ay naghihintay sa'yo.
Balik-eskwela na naman, isa puso ang kahandaan. Handang isip, handa bukas, sa pagkakaisa ay may lakas.
Ito na ang new normal, online learning at modular. Di na kailangang mag-face-to-face, gamit ang cellphone at radio base. Yakapin na ang pagbabago, pahirapan, kaya natin to. Lakasan ang iyong loob, sa bagong normal, sa bagong mundo.
Isang alang-alang natin ang ating kaligtasan, sa bawat oras at panahon, magpakailanman. Hangad palagi ng ating paaralan, ang matuto, gayon din maging ligtas ang kabataan. Tayo ay magkaisa, halina't sama-sama, kasali lahat, kasama lahat, para sa lahat. Pilipinas, maghanda ka na, balik-eskwela na, tara. Tayong lahat, sabay-sabay, pagkakaisa ay may lakas.
Ito na ang new normal, online learning at modular. Di na kailangang mag-face-to-face, gamit ang cellphone at radio base. Yakapin na ang pagbabago, pahirapan, kaya natin to. Lakasan ang iyong loob, sa bagong normal, sa bagong mundo. Sa bagong normal, sa bagong mundo. Sa bagong normal, sa bagong mundo.
Magbayanihan na, magbayanihan na, bayanihan, pagtutulungan, walang kupas na kaugalian. Dagdag at tibay, sinasabuhay, galak sa puso ay walang kapantay. Panahon na naman ang bigada, pagbigkisin magbayanihan na. Ikaw ako, tayong lahat, hawak kamay, sabay-sabay, kapit-bisig, buong bayan. Tara na, kumilos na. Tulong-tulong sa pagsulong, hatid na kalidad sa edukasyon. Sa kabataan, saya at dunong, buong madla sabay na aahon. Panahon na naman ng brigada, pagbigisin lakas at diwa. Tara na, brigada na. Brigada, eskwela, magkaisa, sama-sama. Brigada, eskwela, salit na buong barkada. Brigada, eskwela, kilos na, magbayanihan na. Brigada, eskwela, kilos na, magbayanihan na. Brigada, sabay-sabay na, sabay-sabay na.
The Radyo Z-Eskwela program of the Division of Davao de Oro is being brought to you by Tingog Party List, Nueda Builders Construction and Supply Incorporated, Maverick Builders Incorporated, Mitch Construction and Supply, Mabanglo Archicons Architectural Construction and Supply, DB Construction and Supply, Kanaway Builders Corporation, Phoenix Corvada Tagum Gasoline Station, Master Construction and Supplies, Mackenzie Builders, GP&H Construction Incorporated, Metro Gear Construction Corporation, Men Builders and Development Services Corporation, Max Mays Enterprises Incorporated, V-Ing Construction Company, Rangay Construction and Supply, East Sussex Enterprise, WM Construction, Councilor Boogie and Miss Marjorie Bertodazo, Apex Mining Company Incorporated, and Icon Builders and Supply. Z Radio 88.5 FM in partnership with the DepEd Division Office of Davao de Oro presents the Radyo Z-Eskwela program, a radio-based instruction that will cater learners in the entire province of Davao de Oro. Division Executive Committee headed by the Schools Division Superintendent Eufemia T. Gamutin, CESO 5, Assistant Schools Division Superintendent Feby K. L. Refamonte, CPA, Curriculum Implementation Division Chief Dr. Josie T. Bolufer, and School Governance and Operations Division Dr. Ruben J. Riponte. Members: Karina S. Frasco, Cecilia Morales, Dr. Hilda A. Opeña, Dr. Arlene B. Lim, Dr. Eldicris B. Calzadora, Dr. Dexter A. Siquinia, Nohara O. Pinuti, Noemi P. Canales, Dr. Grace D. Pontilias, Virgilito C. Fabrices, Juanito Lapiceros, Engineer Norberto S. Manlani, Girly Ringo, Jomar M. Dumupoy, Bob Dalan S. Milabat, Medard T. Ampit, and Paz Eugenia Villusino. Technical Working Committee for Production and Communications: Lorely E. Quijano, Given G. Hinampas, Judelan T. U, Donna D. T. Bolufer, Mary Rose N. Resma, Irene Leia C. Mangohon, and Bessie Aya N. Banyes. Social Media and Packaging Team: Christian Anhara L. Martesio, William R. Ranara, Joan T. Iscoto, Roberto S. Acusar Jr., May B. Istaniol, Richard H. Arellano, Glee L. S. Blanco, Ralph A. Tabanyag, Angelo Gutierrez Jr., and Jade Karen Arais.
Hoy, tara, magklase na ta! Tara, tara! Sige, sige! Let's go!
Kunin na ang radyo, hanapin ang Z-Radio. Halika na at makinig, mag-aaral tayo! Sa Radyo Z-Eskwela, makinig, matuto. Sa Radyo Z-Eskwela, may matutuhan bago. Sa Radyo Z-Eskwela, siguradong masaya. Davao de Oro, Radyo Z-Eskwela. Umulan man umaraw, edukasyo'y susulong. Kaya halika na, mag-aaral tayo! Sa Radyo Z-Eskwela, makinig, matuto. Sa Radyo Z-Eskwela, may matutuhang bago. Sa Radyo Z-Eskwela, siguradong masaya. Davao de Oro, Radyo Z-Eskwela.
Handog DepEd Davao de Oro, Radyo Z-Eskwela, siguradong masaya!
Let's go!
Kini ang Siguradong Lingaw.
Siguradong lingaw.
Siguradong Kuyaw.
Siguradong kuyaw.
88.5 Z-Radio.
Adlaw siguradong lingaw, dili magpaulahi kay siguradong kuyaw. Para sa Bulawanon na probinsya, Z-Radio. Sa Bulawanon na pagsibya, Z-Radio.
And yes, we are back po sa ating programang Radyo Z-Eskwela.
Siguradong masaya!
Yes, dito pa rin po yan sa inyong paboritong radio station. Ang Z-Radio 88.5 FM, ang istasyong Siguradong Lingaw.
Of course, siguradong kuyaw!
Yes, Sir Drunosok ganiha ato anang na-air ato ang first nga lesson presentation. Si our next presentation is para sa ato ang mga grade 10 learners nga nakaroon sa ilahang mga panimalay maong andam-andam na mo.
That's right, Teacher Mai. So, again, we will be featuring the MAPE 10. So, mga learners, so get ready na kasi the topic for this one is complementary and alternative medicine. Makakasama natin na bilang content presenter sa topic na ito, isang Master Teacher 1 from Pantukan National High School. Walang iba kundi si Ma'am Mary Paz V. Pastera.
11:05 na po ang ating oras ngayon, and it is a beautiful wellness day to learn health and fitness and to explore the different forms of music and arts. Kaya naman, tara na, magklase na tayo!
Good afternoon, Davao de Oro, and to our dear students. This is Teacher Mary Paz Villaranda Pastera from Pantukan National High School, Pantukan District, and I will be guiding you in today's lesson. This episode is for grades and health. In today's lesson, you are expected to answer these guide questions. What are the kinds of healthcare modalities? What is complementary and alternative medicine? What are the 4 domains of complementary and alternative medicine? What are the different consumer laws that help protect consumers? And how can these laws protect the consumers? And why are they important? To help you connect with our lesson today, I want you to answer this activity first. Please get your modules ready together with your pen and activity notebook. Are you all set? I bet you are. Now open your module, find the words in the puzzle that has something to do with plants and treatments. Again, find the words in the puzzle that has something to do with plants and treatments. I will give you a few seconds to answer this activity. Your time starts now. Ballpens up! Let us now try to find out if you got this right. Let us start with finding out the plants. Did you find ampalaya? Bawang? Sambong? Lagundi? Yerba buena? Acapulco? Bayabas? Very good! Now let us find out about the treatments. Did you find the word reflexology in the puzzle? How about acupuncture? Acupressure? You all got it right. The words you have found are the components of what is our lesson for today. These plants and treatments are part of this what we call healthcare modalities. Our question now is, what kind of healthcare modality do these plants and treatments belong? Are you now ready to learn? Let's figure it out. Let us review our first guide question. What are the two kinds of healthcare modalities? Yes, the two kinds of healthcare modalities are complementary medicine and alternative medicine. Let us take our guide question number 2. What is complementary and alternative medicine? Complementary and alternative medicine are treatments that are applied along with typical and accepted medical treatments but are not considered standard. Let us take our guide question number 3. The 4 domains of complementary and alternative medicine. 1. Biology-based practices. Taking herbal medicine as an example. Based from your answers in the puzzle, what are the plants that can be considered as herbal medicines? Your answers are correct. There are 10 herbal medicines that are approved by the Department of Health here in the Philippines. And these are Sambong, Acapulco, Niyog-Niyugan, Chaang Gubat, Lagundi, Ulisimang Bato or Pansit-Pansitan, Bawang, Bayabas, and Yerba Buena. 2. Energy medicine. This uses magnetic fields of biofields. 3. Manipulative and body-based practices. These are body kinesthetics which are concerned with movement therapy. Example to these are acupuncture, reflexology, nutrition therapy, acupressure, and ventosa cupping massage. 4. Mind-body medicine uses mental exercises in belief that the brain is the central to the health. An example to that is yoga. With this kind of healthcare modalities, it is very much important for us consumers to consider our rights to be protected from the might-be harm these modalities can bring us. But how can we be protected against the frauds of complementary and alternative medicines? Are there any laws that can protect the consumers? Yes, there are. A consumer can be protected by these different laws. 1. Traditional and Alternative Medicines Act, or it is what you call TAMA. This provides for the improvement of quality and delivery of healthcare services in the country through the development of traditional and alternative healthcare and its integration into the healthcare system. 2. Consumer Act of the Philippines, better known as Republic Act 7394, protects the interests of consumers and promotes their general welfare. It also establishes standards of conduct for business and industry. 3. Cheaper Medicines Act, or better known as Republic Act 9502, intended to achieve universally accessible, cheaper, and quality medicines and effective competition policy in the pharmaceutical sector. How important are these laws for the consumers? You have the point. Thank you for sharing your ideas with me in this question. These laws are very much important not only to protect the consumers from the effects to health, but most importantly, these laws help the consumers to be aware of their rights to safety, protection, and information, especially in making wise decisions of what kind of modality they are going to use. I believe that your mind is now full of information from this lesson. I hope that you can go through with the activities that you are going to do with the learnings you get from this lesson. Are you now ready to do your first activity? I bet you are good to go. So let us answer the first activity. Take a look at your module and follow me on page number 9. Activity 1 is entitled My Garden of Herbs. The direction says, draw a happy icon if you use the following herbs at home, and draw a star if not. Write the answers on your activity notebook. Are you now ready? Okay, your time starts now. Congratulations! You passed the first activity. Now, let us try to find out how well did you understand our discussion with the second activity that I am going to give you. Focus on the given statements that you can find on page 9. The direction says, write true if the statement is correct and false if it is incorrect. Start now. Ballpens up! Time to check your answers. What is the answer for number 1? Correct! It's true. How about number 2? Very good! It's true. What about number 3? Correct! It's true. Number 4. Very good. It's false. And lastly, for number 5, the answer is correct. It's true. You are great. You did understand the lesson very well. Now it's time to answer activity number 3. On your module on page 10 is a template about the laws and its importance as discussed earlier. On the second column of the template, write the importance of each law in the opposite column. I'll give you a few seconds to answer this activity. Start now.
The Radyo Z-Eskwela program of the Division of Davao de Oro is being brought to you by Nueda Builders Construction and Supply Incorporated, Maverick Builders Incorporated, Mitch Construction and Supply, Archicons Architectural Construction and Supply, DB Construction and Supply, Hanaway Builders Corporation, Phoenix Corvada Tagum Gasoline Station, Master Construction and Supplies, Mackenzie Builders, GP&H Construction Incorporated, Metro Gear Construction Corporation, NEN Builders and Development Services Corporation, Max Mays Enterprises Incorporated, We Inc. Construction Company, Rangay Construction and Supply, East Sussex Enterprise, WM Construction, Councilor Boogie and Miss Marjorie Vertodazo, Icon Builders and Supply, and Apex Mining Company Incorporated.
You did very well and have survived the first 3 activities in this lesson. Now, if you are going to sum up your understanding of the lesson, what are the things that you have learned? Good job, students! You learned perfectly well in our discussion. These are the important things you have learned about this lesson. 1. You have learned the 2 healthcare modalities. 1 is the complementary medicine. Example, herbal medicine. 2. Alternative medicine. Examples are acupuncture, reflexology, nutrition therapy, acupressure, and ventosa cupping massage. You also have learned the 4 domains of complementary and alternative medicine. And these include 1. Biology-based practices. 2. Energy medicine. 3. Manipulative and body-based practices. And 4. Mind-body medicine. And lastly, you also have learned the different consumer laws. And this includes 1. Traditional and Alternative Medicines Act, known as TAMA. 2. Consumer Act of the Philippines, also known as Republic Act 7394. And 3. Cheaper Medicines Act, also known as Republic Act 9502. Aside in your own backyard, do you have any chance to visit a place in your locality where herbs are planted? Now is the time for you to visit your barangay herbery. This is an activity for you to do so you can have a chance not only to visit your barangay herbery, but for you to learn and understand that there are traditional medicines that can help treat ordinary health problems aside from those manufactured. Here's the activity that you have to do. Visit your barangay herbery. Write down all the medicinal plants that you can find there and give their medicinal value. Use your activity notebook. With all that you have learned from our lesson, are you now ready to take and answer the assessment? I believe you do. Now get ready with your activity notebook and let's do this final activity. Refer to page 11. Read and understand the sentences correctly and carefully. Are you now ready? Yes, you are. For a few seconds, the first part of the activity says, unscramble the letters in column A to form the correct name of the herb. The medicinal value of each herb in column B will serve as your clue in unscrambling the words. Start now. Time is up! For another few seconds, answer the part 2 of the assessment on page 11. Identify what is asked in each statement. Choose your answers inside the box given. Start now. Time is up! For the last few seconds, answer the part 3 of the assessment. Follow me on page 12. The direction says, identify whether the following situations describe a consumer right violation or not. Put an X mark if it is a violation, and a slash mark if it is not. Use your activity notebook. Start now. And for the final part, answer the following questions on page 12. You did a very good job right there. Before we end, let us find out the answers to your assessment. Let's see if you got all the answers to the different questions. For part 1, the answers are the following. Here are the answers for part 2. For part 3, here are the correct answers. And for part 4, you are entitled to your own opinions. And I believe that you have answered it very well, so there are no reasons to feel sad or bad about your answers. Who got the perfect scores in parts 1, 2, and 3 of the assessment? Congratulations! That's one great job out there. For those who missed, well, there is no reason for you to worry. I know you can do it better the next time. This was such a fruitful day to all of us, my dear students. Thank you for being so motivated to participate in the activities that you've done in this lesson. So long, everyone. This has been your teacher, Mary Paz Villaranda Pastera from Pantukan National High School saying bye!
Radyo Z-Eskwela Executive Committee. The School's Division Superintendent, Eufemia T. Gamutin Seso 5. Assistant Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Romel R. Handayan. OIC Curriculum Implementation Division Chief, Karina S. Frasco. School Governance and Operations Division Chief, Dr. Ruben J. Riponte. Members, Cecilia Morales, Dr. Hilda A. Opeña, Dr. Arlene B. Lim, Dr. Eldicris B. Calzadora, Dr. Dexter A. Sikinia, Nohara O. Pinute, Noemi P. Canales, Dr. Grace D. Pontillas, Virgilito C. Pabrices, Juanito Lapiceros, Engineer Norberto S. Manlangit, Jomar M. Dumupoy, Bob Dalan S. Milabat, Medard T. Ampit, and Paz Eugenia Villusino. Technical Working Committee, Productions and Communications, Lorely E. Quijano, Given G. Hinampas, Judyland D. U, Donna D. T. Bolifer, Mary Rose N. Resma, Riwen Manuel, Irene Lea C. Manguhon, and Bessie Aya N. Banias. Social Media and Packaging Team, Christian Anhara L. Martesio, William R. Ranara, Joan T. Iscoton, Roberto S. Acusar Jr., May B. Istaniol, Richard H. Arellano, Glee L. S. Blanco, Ralph A. Tabanyag, Angelo Gutierrez Jr., and Jade Karen Arais.
Tara, tara! Sige, sige! Let's go!
Kunin na ang radyo, hanapin ang Z-Radio. Halika na at makinig, mag-aaral tayo! Sa Radyo Z-Eskwela, makinig, matuto. Sa Radyo Z-Eskwela, may matutuhang bago. Sa Radyo Z-Eskwela, siguradong masaya. Davao de Oro, Radyo Z-Eskwela. Umulan man umaraw, ganun nga siya'y susulong. Kaya, halika na, mag-aaral tayo! Sa Radyo Z-Eskwela, makinig matuto. Sa Radyo Z-Eskwela, may matutuhang bago. Sa Radyo Z-Eskwela, siguradong masaya. Davao de Oro, Radyo Z-Eskwela.
Handog ng DepEd Davao de Oro, Radyo Z-Eskwela, siguradong masaya!
Let's go!
Z Radio 88.5.
Sugata ang adlaw with a smile. Tune in na sa radio, in alive. Bisan na sa man good, listen to the music and it feels so good. Ay gundang ihangtod, mapapuntagan pero lingaw man pod. Sa balay man o trabaho, bisan na sa man ka mo adto. Giving you the best music, diri lang sa Z-Radio. Kahit ang adlaw siguradong lingaw, dili magpaulahi kay siguradong tuyaw. Para sa Bulawanon na probinsya, Z-Radio. Sa Bulawanon na Pasibya, Z-Radio. Kahit ang adlaw siguradong lingaw, dili magpaulahi kay siguradong tuyaw. Para sa Bulawanon na probinsya, Z-Radio, tagaan mong lingaw. Kay giving you the best music and everything, that's what make us proud. So turn your radio up, don't stop. Tune, mag-tune in sa radio. All day, all night, dito yun lang sa Z-Radio. Isang ugas sa pakapadulong, sa balay man o trabaho. Giving you the best music and everything, dito lang sa Z-Radio. Kahit ang adlaw siguradong lingaw, dili magpaulahi kay siguradong tuyaw. Para sa Bulawanon na probinsya, Z-Radio. Sa Bulawanon na Pasibya, Z-Radio. Kahit ang adlaw siguradong lingaw, dili magpaulahi kay siguradong tuyaw. Para sa Bulawanon na probinsya, Z-Radio. Sa Bulawanon na Pasibya, Z-Radio. Kahit ang adlaw siguradong lingaw, dili magpaulahi kay siguradong tuyaw. Para sa Bulawanon na probinsya, Z-Radio. Sa Bulawanon na Pasibya, Z-Radio. Kahit ang adlaw siguradong lingaw, dili magpaulahi kay siguradong tuyaw. Para sa Bulawanon na probinsya, Z-Radio. Sa Bulawanon na Pasibya, Z-Radio.
Kazi, usa ka ba ka teki? Pindot dire, pindot dito. Ang inyong bagong Z-Radio may application na. Mag-download sa Android App Store ug Z-Radio application aron masking asa ka man mo adto, Luzon, Visayas ug Mindanao ug masking naka sa Zimbabwe. Makapaminaw ka sa Siguradong Lingaw, Siguradong Kuyaw, Z-Radio 88.5.
Z-Radio. Sa Bulawanon na Pasibya, Z-Radio.
Makisayod sa hisgutanang kalinaw alang sa kalabuan sa atong komunidad. Kalinaw para sa kalambuan. Paminaw kada Biyernes alas 9 hangtod alas 10 sa buntag. Kalinaw para sa kalambuan. Dili lang sa Z-Radio 88.5. Siguradong Lingaw, Siguradong Kuyaw.
State of the Province. State of the Province. Mga katikaran, kalambuan, news and current affairs ug uban pang mga nagunang panghitabo sa Davao de Oro Province sa pagdumala ni Governor J.V. Tyrone Uy ilalom sa mas gipakusog nga serbisyong walang iwanan. Aksyon agad, Oro mismo. Inyong mabati matag adlawng Lunes alas 9 hangtod alas 10 sa buntag dinhi lang sa inyong paboritong sibiyahanan, ang Siguradong Lingaw, Siguradong Kuyaw, Z-Radio 88.5 FM sa dial sa inyong mga radyo. Busa, paminaw na, mag-SOP na kada Lunes. State of the Province. State of the Province.
For keeps nga agri-tips, kabalo ba mo nga ang kasamtangang average age sa mga mag-uuma sa atong nasod miabot na og 58 anyos. Kung kita nga kabatan-onan dili pa mo lihok, moabot ang panahon nga wala na mo atiman sa mga umahan sa nasod. Kini nga agricul tip hatod kaninyo ni Col Herb Zamora Apsay sa Octaem Agri School.
Pre, unsa din ang 88.5?
Z-Radio.
Unsa man po ng Z-Radio?
88.5.
Kuyaw, oy!
Ma 88.5 o Z-Radio man, kamo na minaw sa Siguradong Lingaw, Siguradong Kuyaw, Z-Radio 88.5.
The Radyo Z-Eskwela program of the Division of Davao de Oro is being brought to you by Tingog Party List. Nueda Builders Construction and Supply Incorporated, Maverick Builders Incorporated, Mitch Construction and Supply, Mabanglo Archicons Architectural Construction and Supply, DB Construction and Supply, Kanaway Builders Corporation, Phoenix Corvada Tagum Gasoline Station, Master Construction and Supplies, Mackenzie Builders, GP&H Construction Incorporated, Metro Gear Construction Corporation, NEN Builders and Development Services Corporation, Max Mays Enterprises Incorporated, Weing Construction Company, Rangay Construction and Supply, East Sussex Enterprise, WM Construction, Councilor Boogie and Miss Marjorie Bertadazo, Apex Mining Company Incorporated, and Icon Builders and Supply. Z Radio 88.5 FM in partnership with the DepEd Division Office of Davao de Oro presents the Radyo Z-Eskwela program, a radio-based instruction that will cater learners in the entire province of Davao de Oro. Division Executive Committee headed by the Schools Division Superintendent Eufemia T. Gamutin, CESO 5, Assistant Schools Division Superintendent Feby K. L. Refamonte, CPA, Curriculum Implementation Division Chief Dr. Josie T. Bolufer, and School Governance and Operations Division Dr. Ruben J. Riponte. Members: Karina S. Frasco, Cecilia Morales, Dr. Hilda A. Opeña, Dr. Arlene B. Lim, Dr. Eldicris B. Calzadora, Dr. Dexter A. Siquinia, Nohara O. Pinuti, Noemi P. Canales, Dr. Grace D. Pontillas, Virgilito C. Fabrices, Juanito Lapiceros, Engineer Norberto S. Manlangi, Girly Ringo, Jomar M. Dumupoy, Bob Dalan S. Milabat, Medard T. Ampit, and Paz Eugenia Villusino. Technical Working Committee for Production and Communications: Lorely E. Quijano, Given G. Hinampas, Judelan T. U, Donna D. T. Bolufer, Mary Rose N. Resma, Irene Leia C. Mangohon, and Bessie Aya N. Banyes. Social Media and Packaging Team: Christian Anhara L. Martesio, William R. Ranara, Joan T. Iscoto, Roberto S. Acusar Jr., May B. Istaniol, Richard H. Arellano, Glee L. S. Blanco, Ralph A. Tabanyan, Angelo Gutierrez Jr., and Jade Karen Arais.
Saludo, saludo, saludo ako sa iyo. Saludo, saludo, saludo ako sa iyo. Di mo alintana mga batikos at pangungutya, lalong-lalo na sa panahon ng pandemya. Ika'y di sumusuko, lumalaban at nangangako, maihatid pa rin ang serbisyong totoo. Para sa kabataan, ginagawa ang lahat, maibigay lang ang edukasyong karapat-dapat. Kaya't ang awit kong ito ialay ko sa'yo. Deped ako'y saludo sa'yo, sa katapatan mo sa Pilipino. Ngayong kaarawan mo, tanggapin mo ang pagpupugay ko. O deped ako'y saludo sa'yo. Saludo, saludo, saludo ako sa'yo. Ika'y pinangungunahan ng isang superwoman, walang iba, Madam Leonor Briones lang naman. Sa ngalan ng serbisyo, dedikasyon sa trabaho, pagmamahal ng isang ina, nararamdaman ko. Ikaw ang humuhubog sa aming kinabukasan, laging inuuna ang kapakanan ng kabataan. Kaya't ang awit kong ito ialay ko sa'yo. Deped ako'y saludo sa'yo, sa katapatan mo sa Pilipino. Ngayong kaarawan mo, tanggapin mo ang pagpupugay ko. Udeped ako'y saludo sa'yo. Saludo, saludo, saludo ako sa'yo. Saludo, saludo, saludo ako sa'yo.
Tara na, brigada na, brigada, eskwela, magkaisa, sama-sama, brigada, eskwela, sa atin na buong barkada, brigada, eskwela, kilos na, pagbayanihan na.
Kini ang siguradong lingaw.
Siguradong lingaw.
Siguradong kuyaw.
Siguradong kuyaw.
88.5 Z Radio.
At lang siguradong lingaw, dili magpaulahi kay siguradong kuyaw, para sa Bulawan na probinsya. Z-Radio, sa Bulawan na pagsibya. Z-Radio.
Check your time, 11:45 na po ang ating oras. Again, alas 11:45 na sa buntag. And time check is atod gihapon ka na to ni Vice Governor Maria Carmen Zamora. Og maayong pagkisay-kisay no sa mga busy na kaidi ang mga Zuking listeners nato. Busy na sa pagpangandam alang sa ilahang mga paniudto. Laban na sa mga nagluto karong mga orasa. Ayan. So, hello po sa inyong lahat.
Yes.
Sa lahat ng ating mga Zuking listeners, ilang sandali lang namang po nyo nang makakasama sina Sir JL at Ma'am Donna. So, sa mga messages nyo po, just keep it coming. Send lang po ng send. Feel free nga mo comment sa itong mga comment boxes tungod kay live na live gihapon kita karon Sir Drew.
Yes, again, so cross-line stream pa rin tayo sa ating FB pages mga ka-Z. Of course, katong wala pa naka-like o subscribe sa atong mga FB pages, so naagihapon ang Z Radio 88.5, DepEd tayo Division of Davao de Oro, and the Radyo Z-Eskwela, DepEd Davao de Oro.
Yes. And sa mga nakamiss atong episode 4 today, no? Ug sa uban pa nato mga past episodes, pwede kayo na ninyo matanaw og balik sa ato ang YouTube channel. So, don't forget also to hit the subscribe button para pina-update pod, ma-notify mo kung doon na tayo mga bagong videos nga ato ang i-upload.
Yes, ug sa katong mga naggamit og mga smartphones or Android phones, kung bisan asa mo, please download the Z-Radio application kay sama sa kong gingon. Kung minsan asan mo wadto, just i-click lang, i-open lang ninyo ang Z-Radio application, makasinati na mo, makadungog mo o makita sa tanan ng mga programa dinhi sa atong paboritong istasyon sa Z-Radio 88.5 FM. And of course, labi na sa atong Radyo Z-Eskwela.
Yes. And so kaganihan no ato ang na-witness ang ato ang second lesson presentation para karong adlaw Sir Drew. So buot natong pasalamatan si
Ma'am Mary Paz V. Pastrera, isang Master Teacher 1 from Pantukan National High School. Congratulations po ma'am sa inyong presentation with regard sa MAPI-10 na may topic na complementary and alternative medicine.
Yes, so sa mga grade 10 learners natin, hopefully na-enjoy nyo po ang ating presentation at nyo pong mas naintindihan ang ating leksyon. So mamaya Sir Drew, ano ba ang kanilang dapat abangan sa pagpatuloy ng ating programa?
Yes, from 12 to 2 mga ka-Z, maghanda na mga grade 11 and grade 12 learners para sa physical education and health.
Yes. Okay, so sa mga naminaw lang po karon through their radio, no? Pwede gihapon kayo ninyo ipadala inyong mga mensahe. So you may call or text 0953-211-3492. Again, it's 0953-211-3492.
That's right, and bago tayo magpaalam, Teacher Mai, so we would like to continue to say thank you sa ating Radyo Z-Eskwela program sponsors.
Yes, so maraming salamat po to Metro Gear Construction Corporation,
Land Builders and Development Services Corporation,
Max Maze Enterprises Incorporated,
We Inc. Construction Company,
Rangay Construction and Supply,
East Sussex Enterprise,
WM Construction,
Counselor Boogie and Miss Marjorie Vertinazo,
Acon Builders and Supply,
Apex Mining Company Incorporated,
and Tupahati Construction.
Ayan, so thank you so much. And madalian na ito, Teacher Mar.
Yeah,
Thank you
sure.
so much sa aking FB Live viewers, sa aking agaw na si Robert Montero, one of the presenters din dito sa ating programa, Marvic Pada Mendoza, and also to my friend Ray Eduardo Campo, to my batchmate Kati Tanta, and my former colleague dyan sa Panabos dito sa ACES, Ma'am Juliet Pamat.
Yes, ayan, hello po sa inyong lahat. And of course, ako mga kaigsuuna, no, mga kaubanan diha sa Cao National High School. Laban na sa mga naka-duty on-site karon. Hello kaninyong tanan. Headed of course sa muang principal nga si Ma'am Norma M. Ruiz, and to our OIC of the month nga si Maring Mary Ann Gutchoko. Hello also to Sir Jordan Gutchoko. And sa mga kanina kong magtutudlo nga always good po na sila naka-tune in sa mga taga Cao Elementary School, headed by Sir Crisanto Cosadio. Maayong adlaw usab sa amo ang district head, no, to Ma'am Rosario A. Nuneza, as well to Sir Alan Guerta diha sa Nabunturan West District.
And also to my former teachers dyan sa Mawab Central Elementary School, and to my former teachers sa Lorenzo S. Sarmiento Senior National High School. Hello po sa inyo lahat, and thank you so much sa palaging suporta sa ating programa.
Yes. Okay, so it's already 11:50, kami magpapaalam na po. So, abangan nyo mamaya, makakasama nyo si Sir JL and si Ma'am Donna. And samahan nyo po sila hanggang alas 2 ng hapong ito. Maraming thank you for all the support sa tuwang programa, no? Our program, Radyo Z-Eskwela, hatun gihapon ka nato sa DepEd Division of Davao de Oro, in partnership, of course, with the Z Radio 88.5.
Yes, so again, magkita-kita tayo next time. So we will be on weekend. So probably Sunday tayo, Teacher Mai, and from Monday to Wednesday po.
Yes, so maraming thank you po for being with us sa unang 2 oras ng ating programa. So this has been Ma'am Mai Resma.
And I'm Sir Drew Manuel.
Yes, kita-kits on Sunday. Daghang salamat sa kanunay po, dalahigon ang Diyos.
Hoy, tara, magklase na ta! Tara! Sige! Let's go!
Kunin na ang radyo, hanapin ang Z-Radio. Halika na at makinig, mag-aaral tayo! Sa Radyo Z-Eskwela, makinig, matuto. Sa Radyo Z-Eskwela, may matutuhan bago. Sa Radyo Z-Eskwela, siguradong masaya. Davao de Oro, Radyo Z-Eskwela. Umulan man umaraw, edukasyo'y susulong. Kaya halika na, mag-aaral tayo! Sa Radyo Z-Eskwela, makinig, matuto. Sa Radyo Z-Eskwela, may matutuhang bago. Sa Radyo Z-Eskwela, siguradong masaya. Davao de Oro, Radyo Z-Eskwela.
Handog ng DepEd Davao de Oro, Radyo Z-Eskwela, siguradong masaya!
Let's go!
Sugata ang adlaw with a smile. Tune in na sa radio, in alive. Bisan na sa man good, listen to the music and it feels so good. Ay gundang ihangtod, nga papuntagan pero lingaw man pod. Sa balay man o trabaho, bisan na sa man ka muadto. Giving you the best music, diri lang sa Z-Radio. Kahit ang adlaw siguradong lingaw, dili magpaulahi kay siguradong tuyaw. Para sa Bulawan na probinsya.
iyo tagaan mong lingaw. Kay giving you the best music and everything, that's what make us proud. So turn your radio up, don't stop. Chillin' while tune in sa radio. All day, all night, diri lang sa Z-Radio. Isang ugas sa pakapadulong, sa balay man o trabaho. Giving you the best music and everything, diri lang sa Z-Radio. Kahit ang adlaw siguradong lingaw, dili magpaulahi kay siguradong tuyaw. Para sa Bulawanon na probinsya, Z-Radio. Sa Bulawanon na Pasibya, Z-Radio. Kahit ang adlaw siguradong lingaw, dili magpaulahi kay siguradong tuyaw. Para sa Bulawanon na probinsya, Z-Radio. Sa Bulawanon na Pasibya, Z-Radio. Kahit ang adlaw siguradong lingaw, dili magpaulahi kay siguradong tuyaw. Para sa Bulawanon na probinsya, Z-Radio. Sa Bulawanon na Pasibya, Z-Radio. Kahit ang adlaw siguradong lingaw, dili magpaulahi kay siguradong tuyaw. Para sa Bulawanon na probinsya, Z-Radio. Sa Bulawanon na Pasibya, Z-Radio.
Nagasibiyag gikan sa Bulawanong probinsya sa Davao de Oro. Kini ang Siguradong Lingaw, Siguradong Kuyaw, 88.5 Z-Radio.
This is Z-Radio 88.5.
Sabay-sabay na babangon, sama-samang ahon. Ihanda ang sarili sa hamon. Ipapipigil sa pagsulong sa kinabukasan ng katuon. Para sa di kalidad na edukasyon.
Balik eskwela na naman, sa puso ang kahandaan. Handang isip, handa bukas, sa pagkakaisa ay may lakas.
Ito na ang new normal, online learning at modular. Di na kailangang mag-face to face, gamit ang cellphone at radio base. Yakapin na ang pagbabago, pahirapan, kaya natin to. Lakasan ang iyong loob, sa bagong normal, sa bagong mundo. Kristiyano katutubo, isang hanggarin san patungo. Ipagpatuloy pag-aaral mo, tagumpay ay naghihintay sa'yo.
Balik eskwela na naman, sa puso ang kahandaan. Handang isip, handa bukas, sa pagkakaisa ay may lakas.
Ito na ang new normal, online learning at modular. Di na kailangang mag-face to face, gamit ang cellphone at radio base. Yakapin na ang pagbabago, pahirapan, kaya natin to. Lakasan ang iyong loob, sa bagong normal, sa bagong mundo.
Isang alang-alang natin ang ating kaligtasan, sa bawat oras at panahon, magpakailanman. Hangat palagi ng ating paaralan, ang matuto, gayon din maging ligtas ang kabataan. Tayo ay magkaisa pag-asa, halina't sama-sama, kasali lahat, kasama lahat, para sa lahat. Pilipinas, maghanda ka na, balik eskwela na, tara. Tayong lahat, sabay-sabay, pagkakaisa ay may lakas.
Ito na ang new normal, online learning at modular. Di na kailangan mag-face to face, gamit ng cellphone at radio base. Yakapin na ang pagbabago, pahirapan, kaya natin to. Lakasan ng iyong loob, sa bagong normal, sa bagong mundo. Sa bagong normal, sa bagong mundo. Sa bagong normal, sa bagong mundo.
Magbayanihan na, magbayanihan na, bayanihan, pagtutulungan, walang kupas na kaugalian. Nagtagatibay, sinasabuhay, galak sa puso ay walang kapantay. Panahon na naman ang brigada, pabigisin lakas at diwa. Tara na brigada na, brigada, eskwela, magkaisa sama-sama. Brigada, eskwela, salin na buong barkada. Brigada, eskwela, kilos na, magbayanihan na. Ikaw ako, tayong lahat, hawak kamay, sabay-sabay, kapit-bisig, buong bayan. Tara na, kumilos na. Tulong-tulong sa pagsulong, hatid na kalidad sa edukasyon. Sa kabataan, saya at dunong, buong madla sabay na aahon. Panahon na naman ng brigada, pagbigisin lakas at diwa. Tara na brigada na, brigada, eskwela, magkaisa sama-sama. Brigada, eskwela, salit na buong barkada. Brigada, eskwela, kilos na, magbayanihan na. Brigada, eskwela, kilos na, magbayanihan na. Brigada, sabay-sabay na, sabay-sabayhan na.
Laging handa. Laging handa. Bahatag tuyot, sunog, lindol, bagyo, mga kalamidad na likas sa ating mundo. Napapahamak ang buhay at kabuhayan, kaya naman kailangan ng paghandaan.
Maging handa, maging alerto, tungkulin to ng bawat mamamayan. Kaya tara na, kilos na, lika na, tumulong tayo. Gawin na po ang karapat-dapat na maging laging handa. Tara na, kilos na, lika na, tumulong tayo. Gawin na po ang karapat-dapat na maging laging handa. Laging handa.
Kalamidad ay maaasahang darating.
Sa di inaasahang oras,
Kaya naman hindi na dapat
maging laging handa. Suriin mo mabuti ang iyong kapaligiran. Saan ka pa nakatira? Diyan ba ay bumabaha? Tuwing gamot pagkain, kumot pang sindi, first aid kit, mga gamit panligtas ng buhay dapat mabitbit. At sakaling lumindol o sumabog ang bulkan, meron bang matagdaanan palayo sa kasawian? Panahon na ay malupit at ang hangin hagupit. Mabuti na lang na tayo ay laging nakahanda. Tara na, kilos na, lika na, tumulong tayo. Gawin na po ang karapat-dapat na maging laging handa. Tara na, kilos na, lika na, tumulong tayo. Gawin na po ang karapat-dapat na maging laging handa.
This message was brought to you by the Department of Education with the support of World Vision Development Foundation.
Saludo, saludo, saludo ako sa'yo. Saludo, saludo, saludo ako sa'yo. Di mo alintana mga batikos at pangungutya, lalong-lalo na sa panahon ng pandemya. Ika'y di sumusuko, lumalaban at nangangako, maihati pa rin ang serbisyong totoo. Para sa kabataan, ginagawa ang lahat, maibigay lang ang edukasyong karapat-dapat. Kaya't ang awit kong ito ialay ko sa'yo. Deped ako'y saludo sa'yo sa katapatan mo sa Pilipino. Ngayong kaarawan mo, tanggapin mo ang pagpupugay ko. O deped ako'y saludo sa'yo. Saludo, saludo, saludo ako sa'yo. Ika'y pinangungunahan ng isang superwoman, walang iba, Madam Leonor Briones lang naman. Sa ngalan ng serbisyo, dedikasyon sa trabaho, pagmamahal ng isang ina, nararamdaman ko. Ikaw ang humuhubog sa aming kinabukasan, laging inuuna ang kapakanan ng kabataan. Kaya't ang awit kong ito ialay ko sa'yo. Deped ako'y saludo sa'yo sa katapatan mo sa Pilipino. Ngayong kaarawan mo, tanggapin mo ang pagpupugay ko. O deped ako'y saludo sa'yo. Saludo, saludo, saludo ako sa'yo. Saludo, saludo, saludo ako sa'yo.
The Radyo Z-Eskwela program of the Division of Davao de Oro is being brought to you by Tingog Party List, Nueda Builders Construction and Supply Incorporated, Maverick Builders Incorporated, Mitch Construction and Supply, Mabanglo Archicons Architectural Construction and Supply, DB Construction and Supply, Hanaway Builders Corporation, Phoenix Corvada Tagum Gasoline Station, Master Construction and Supplies, Mackenzie Builders, GP&H Construction Incorporated, Metro Gear Construction Corporation, Men Builders and Development Services Corporation, Max Mays Enterprises Incorporated, V-Ing Construction Company, Rangay Construction and Supply, East Sussex Enterprise, WM Construction, Councilor Boogie and Miss Marjorie Bertodazo, Apex Mining Company Incorporated, and Icon Builders and Supply.
Hoy, tara, magklase na ta! Tara, tara! Sige, sige! Let's go!
Kunin na ang radyo, hanapin ang Z-Radio. Halika na at makinig, mag-aaral tayo! Sa Radyo Z-Eskwela, makinig, matuto. Sa Radyo Z-Eskwela, may matutuhan bago. Sa Radyo Z-Eskwela, siguradong masaya. Davao de Oro, Radyo Z-Eskwela. Umulan man umaraw, edukasyo'y susulong. Kaya halika na, mag-aaral tayo! Sa Radyo Z-Eskwela, makinig matuto. Sa Radyo Z-Eskwela, may matutuhang bago. Sa Radyo Z-Eskwela, siguradong masaya. Davao de Oro, Radyo Z-Eskwela.
Handog ng DepEd Davao de Oro, Radyo Z-Eskwela, siguradong masaya!
Let's go!
Isa ka malipayang udto mga ka-Z-Eskwela, kini si Teacher JL para sa itong programang Radyo Z-Eskwela, siguradong masaya. Kung na si Teacher JL, syempre naapod si Teacher Donna. Maayong udto, Teacher Don.
Yes, maayong udto, Teacher JL. So na natin mga zuking tigpaminaw din lang sa Radyo Z-Eskwela, siguradong masaya.
On 88.5 FM Z-Radio, siguradong mingaw.
Siguradong kuyaw.
So nagsugod ta, Teacher Donna, sa atong programa karong adlaw with Teacher Maymay and Teacher Drew.
Yes.
Right, at 10 o'clock ganina, they had Ma'am Aliana K.A. Gamba as their presenter para sa
Mapanay.
Yes, Mapanay. Other art forms of medieval, Renaissance, and Baroque music. Right, gihatag ka na to again ni Ma'am Aliana Gamba. And ganinang alas 11, inyong nabati o naduog ninyo inyong natanaw ang presentation ni Ma'am Mary Paz V. Pastera, Master Teacher 1 of Pantuca National High School, Complementary and Alternative Medicine, that's MAPI 10. O para sa second half, Teacher Donna.
Yes, makakasama natin sa ating pananghalian ang Grade 11 Physical Education and Health Teacher na si Ma'am Emily Joy J. Lihitimas, Teacher 2 from Bangon National High School. At pag-uusapan po natin ang skill-related fitness.
Alright, and finally, sa itong last hour mga ka-Z-Eskwela, makauban nato si Charlie G. Gayonda Jr., Teacher 1 of Attorney Orlando S. Armando National High School. That's grade 12, Physical Education and Health, Folk Dance, Lapay Dance. Kabalo ka ni Teacher Don?
Yes, alam ko ang Lapay Dance kasi naging presentation namin yan sa kindergarten.
Aba, kindergarten lang ha? Okay, pero alam na ang Lapay.
Yes.
Galing ha? Hindi ko alam yun eh. Okay, oras na ito mga ka-Z-Eskwela, 13 minutes after 12 o'clock. Oras gano'n ka na ito sa Pahati Construction and Acon Builders and Supply. Makauban niyo ang tambalan Teacher JL o Teacher Donna hantod alas 2 sa hapon. So, naka-live ta, Teacher Donna, sa atong tulo ka Facebook pages.
Yes, please do comment and see us at our Facebook Live at Z-Radio 88.5, DepEd tayo Division of Davao de Oro, and Radyo Z-Eskwela, DepEd Davao de Oro.
Ug mamahimo mo nga mo text sa tuang number 0953-211-3492. That's again 0953-211-3492 para sa inyong gustong i-greet karong udtuha o karong adlaw o kung namoy mga pangutana, let us know.
Yes, Teacher JL. And if man-miss out ng ating mga Z-Eskwela ang ating lesson presentation for today, wag pong mag-alala dahil nasa YouTube po tayo. That's Radyo Z-Eskwela DDO. Again, that's Radyo Z-Eskwela DDO. So please do not forget to like and subscribe our videos.
Yes, nana ba kay YouTube channel?
Yes.
Nana kay YouTube channel?
Ay, wala. Ano lang, account. Nakapag-like na tayo sa ating.
Okay. One day we'll have our own YouTube channel.
Di ba may YouTube channel ka, Teacher JL?
Pero isa pa lang na-upload ko. Susundan natin. Okay. Oras na to, 14 after 12 o'clock. Karong udtuha, magsugod na ta sa atong programa. Sa second half sa atong program. Again, that's grade 11, Physical Education and Health. Skill-related fitness. Ihatag ka na to ni Emilu Joy J. Legitimas, Teacher 2 of Bangon National High School. Mo nang, it is a beautiful wellness day to learn health and fitness and to explore different forms of music and arts. Teacher Donna,
tara na, magklase na ta!
Good afternoon, grade 11 students. How are you today? Welcome to our physical education class. I am Teacher Emily Joy Jose Legitimas from Bangon National High School, Compostela East District. Wow! For an hour, we will explore our lesson for the subject Health Optimizing Physical Education 1. Please use your module, your notebook, and pen all throughout the discussion. So you can take down notes, learnings, and as well as questions for clarifications. The following are some reminders in using your module. Use the module with care. Do not put unnecessary marks on any part of the module. Use a separate sheet of paper in answering the exercises. Don't forget to answer what I know before moving on to the other activities included in the module. It is a multiple choice activity that aims to check what you already know about the lesson to take. Read the instruction carefully before doing each task. As for this episode, I will be with you as we accomplish some of the tasks and activities for the Quarter 1 Module 4 of the subject Health Optimizing Physical Education 1. Observe honesty and integrity in doing the task and checking your answers. Finish the task at hand before proceeding to the next. Return this module to your teacher or facilitator once you are through with it. Shall we start grade 11 learners? Let us start. Our topic is on skill-related fitness. At the end of this episode, you are expected to identify the components of skill-related fitness. Perform the 6 components of skill-related fitness activity. And appreciate the importance of skill-related fitness through your well-being. As we start exploring this week's lesson, let us first have the pretest so that we can assess how much your knowledge about this topic. Please get your Hope 1 Quarter 1 Module 4 and answer the activity What I Know on page 2. Answer the following on a separate sheet of paper. I will give you time to answer this activity. Are you ready, grade 11 students? Well, then let's start. Are you done? Then, let's check your answer. Before we move on, let us have a review on our last lesson. I hope you can still remember your Module 3 lessons. Anyway, this is an easy one. What is aerobic exercise? As defined in your module, it refers to any physical activity that makes you sweat, causes you to breathe harder, and gets your heart beating faster compared to when you are at rest. Can you give us an example of aerobic exercise? Correct! Zumba is one good example of aerobic exercise. Doing aerobic exercise regularly can strengthen your heart and lungs and trains your cardiovascular system to manage and deliver oxygen more quickly and efficiently throughout your body. Please turn your module to page 4. Please answer the activity "What's in?" before we will proceed to our new topic. I will give you time to answer this activity. Are you ready, grade 11 students? Well then, let's start! Are you done answering? Let's check your answer. Reminder, before engaging to our next activity, practice precautionary measures to avoid accident or injury while performing the different activities. For our discussion, we will focus on skill-related fitness. Open your module on page 6 and let's try to answer the activity "What's new?" Classify the following activities according to skill-related fitness. Choose your answer from the text box. Write your answer on a separate sheet of paper. Number 1. Walking in the hanging bridge. Number 2. Ironing the clothes. Number 3. Throwing the ball. Number 4. Running. Number 5. Avoid fast approaching car. Number 6. Shooting the ball. Number 7. Sweeping the floor. Number 8. Catching a falling fruit. Number 9. Chasing the dog. Number 10. Kicking your opponent. Are you done answering? Great! Let us check your answers if you got them right. What is the answer for number 1? Balance! Good! How about number 2? Balance! How about number 3? Power! Very good! How about number 4? Running? Speed. What about number 5? Avoid fast approaching car. Agility. What is the answer for number 6? Coordination. How about number 7? Coordination. Amazing. How about number 8? Reaction time. How about number 9? What is the answer for number 10? Power! Great! I think you're ready for a new topic. First, let us define fitness. What is fitness? It is a condition in which an individual has sufficient energy to avoid fatigue and enjoy life. There are two components of fitness: the skill-related fitness and the health-related fitness. What is skill-related fitness? Skill-related fitness or performance-related fitness involves skills that will enhance one's performance in athletic or sports events. It consists of those components of fitness that have a relationship with enhanced performance in athletic activities. Skill-related fitness has 6 components: agility, balance, coordination, power, speed, and reaction time. Skilled athletes typically excel in all of these 6 areas. Let us define first agility. Agility is the ability to change and control the direction and position of the body while maintaining a constant and rapid motion. Can you give us example? Yes, correct! Changing direction to hit a tennis ball. Second is balance. It is the ability to control or stabilize the body when a person is standing still or moving. Example: skateboarding, biking, and walking in the hanging bridge. How about this one? Can you identify what skill-related fitness is this? Correct! Coordination. Coordination is the ability to use the senses together with body parts during movement. Example: dribbling a ball using the hand-eye coordination. We have discussed the first 3 skill-related fitness. The fourth one is speed. It is the ability to move your body or parts of your body swiftly. In sports, players rely on speed to gain advantage over your opponents. For example, a basketball player making a fast break to perform a layup. Another example is a tennis player moving forward to get a drop shot. Last is a football player running out the defense to receive a pass. All of these are good examples of speed. Next is power. Power is the ability to move the body parts swiftly while applying a maximum force of the muscles. Power is a combination of both speed and muscular strength. For example, punching in boxing and kicking for taekwondo. And lastly, we have the reaction time. It is the ability to reach or respond quickly to what you hear, see, or feel. For example, an athlete quickly runs when he or she hears the starting gun, or stealing a base in baseball.
The Radyo Z-Eskwela program of the Division of Davao de Oro is being brought to you by Nueda Builders Construction and Supply Incorporated, Maverick Builders Incorporated, Mitch Construction and Supply, Archicons Architectural Construction and Supply, DB Construction and Supply, Hanaway Builders Corporation, Phoenix Corvada Tagum Gasoline Station, Master Construction and Supplies, Mackenzie Builders, GP&H Construction Incorporated, Metro Gear Construction Corporation, NEN Builders and Development Services Corporation, Max Mays Enterprises Incorporated, We Inc. Construction Company, Rangay Construction and Supply, East Sussex Enterprise, WM Construction, Councilor Boogie and Miss Marjorie Vertodazo, Icon Builders and Supply, and Apex Mining Company Incorporated.
Now that we have defined the 6 skill-related fitness components and their examples, please turn your module to page 7. You will perform the 6 components of skill-related fitness activity. The purpose of this activity is to help you gain understanding of what happens to your heart rate when you perform activities, to develop the 6 components of skill-related fitness. Students, please listen for the instructions. 1. Perform each activity as fast and as many as you can for 30 seconds. 2. Use your heart rate monitor and record your heart rate before and immediately after your activity. Take note, if you are breathless or fainting at the end of the activity between each exercise, walk slowly and allow your heart rate to go below 125 if possible. In case your heart rate is over 125 at the end of the exercise, record how long it takes to go below 125. And please, don't forget wearing proper attire in performing the activities. These are the following activities you need to perform. Number 1. Obstacle drill. Run through tires, plastic bottles, or chairs. Number 2. Weave through chairs. Run as fast as you can weave through chairs. Number 3. Balance at 3 levels. Use monoblock chairs or stairs. Balance with one leg, move to low level, and balance for 10 seconds. Move to a medium level and balance for 10 seconds. Move to a high level and balance for 10 seconds. Number 4. Pick me up. Place an object in front with 12 inches apart from your feet. Then, stand in one leg and pick up the object. Number 5. Catch the ball. Throw a ball against the wall and move to catch the ball. If possible, use specially made ball that causes irregular bounce. Number 6. Stop me please. Place any kind of ball on the ground in front of you. Tap right toe, then left toe on the top of the ball. Do alternate taps and go as fast as you can. Number 7. Sprints like Bolt. Perform short sprints about 10 meters. As soon as you finish one sprint, sprint back to the starting line. Repeat for the time period. Number 8. Running to the side. Perform shuttle run between two lines with a distance of 6 meters. Number 9. Skip with the high knee. Perform skipping motion with high knee lifts. Number 10. Jump up to the top. Perform jumps to an elevated surface or stairs approximately 1 to 2 feet. Step down and jump again. Repeat for time period. (11) Catch me, I'm falling. Hold the ball in one hand and drop. Attempt to catch the ball with the same hand just before it hits the ground. Grab me first. Work with a partner. It can be your parent, siblings, friend, or neighbor. Both in push-up position, facing each other with a cap placed between the two of you. See who can grab the cap the fastest. Then, it's your turn to perform these 12 activities. Please don't forget the instructions. Good luck! I hope you performed well. Now that we have finished the discussion, let us now check your understanding of the lesson by answering the activities in your modules. Open your module on pages 10 to 12 and answer the activities. You may check your works afterwards by using the answer key. Congratulations! Grade 11 learners! You really did listen and understand this week's lesson. Today, indeed, is a meaningful learning experience for a subject in health optimizing physical education 1. By doing physical activities, it is very essential for our well-being during COVID-19 pandemic. Exercise is important because it can reduce stress, prevent weight gain, boost the immune system, and improve sleep. DepEd Davao de Oro continues to deliver quality in basic education in this new normal. I am Teacher Emily Joy Jose Legitimas from Bangon National High School, Compostela East District, saying bye-bye!
Radyo Z-Eskwela Executive Committee. The school's division superintendent, Eufemia T. Gamutin Cecil 5. Assistant Schools Division Superintendent Dr. Romel R. Handayan, OIC Curriculum Implementation Division Chief Karina S. Frasco, School Governance and Operations Division Chief Dr. Ruben J. Riponte. Members: Cecilia Morales, Dr. Hilda A. Opeña, Dr. Arlene B. Lim, Dr. Eldecris B. Calzadora, Dr. Dexter A. Siquinia, Nohara O. Pinute, Noemi P. Canales, Dr. Grace D. Pontillas, Virgilito C. Pabrices, Juanito Lapiceros, Engineer Norberto S. Manlangit, Jomar M. Dumupoy, Bob Dalan S. Milabat, Medard T. Ampit, and Paz Eugenia Villusino. Technical Working Committee, Productions and Communications, Lorely E. Quijano, Given G. Hinampas, Judyland T.U., Donna D. T. Bolifer, Mary Rose N. Resma, Riwen Manuel, Irene Lea C. Manguhon, and Bessie Aya N. Banias. Social Media and Packaging Team, Christian Anhara L. Martesio, William R. Ranara, Joan T. Iscoton, Roberto S. Acusar Jr., May B. Istanyol, Richard H. Arellano, Clee L. S. Blanco, Ralph A. Tabanyag, Angelo Gutierrez Jr., and Jade Karen Araiz.
Sugata ang adlaw with a smile. Tune in na sa radio, in alive. Bisan na sa man good, listen to the music and it feels so good. Ay gundang ihangtod, may papuntagan pero lingaw man pod. Sa balay man o trabaho, bisan na sa man ka mo adto. Giving you the best music, diri lang sa Z-Radio. Kahit ang adlaw siguradong lingaw, dili magpaulahi kay siguradong tuyaw. Para sa Bulawan na probinsya, Z-Radio. Sa Bulawan na Pasibya, Z-Radio. Kahit ang adlaw siguradong lingaw, dili magpaulahi kay siguradong tuyaw. Para sa Bulawan na probinsya, Z-Radio. Sa Bulawan na Pasibya, Z-Radio. Don't stop. Sa Z-Radio, tagaan mo glingaw. Kay giving you the best music and everything, that's what make us proud. So turn your radio up, don't stop. Chillin' while tuning sa radio. All day, all night, dito yun lang sa Z-Radio. Minsan o ka sa pakapadulong, sa balay man o trabaho. Giving you the best music and everything, dito lang sa Z-Radio. Kahit ang adlaw siguradong lingaw, dili magpaulahi kay siguradong tuyaw. Para sa Bulawan na probinsya, Z-Radio. Sa Bulawan na Pasibya, Z-Radio. Kahit ang adlaw siguradong lingaw, dili magpaulahi kay siguradong tuyaw. Para sa Bulawan na probinsya, Z-Radio. Sa Bulawan na Pasibya, Z-Radio. Kahit ang adlaw siguradong lingaw, dili magpaulahi kay siguradong tuyaw. Para sa Bulawan na probinsya, Z-Radio. Sa Bulawan na Pasibya, Z-Radio. Kahit ang adlaw siguradong lingaw, dili magpaulahi kay siguradong tuyaw. Para sa Bulawan na probinsya, Z-Radio. Sa Bulawan na Pasibya, Z-Radio.
Sabay-sabay na babangon, Sama-samang ahon, ihanda ang sarili sa hamon. Ipapipigil sa pagsulong sa kinabukasan na katuon, para sa di kalidad na edukasyon.
Balik eskwela na naman, sa puso ang kahandaan. Handang isip, handa bukas, sa pagkakaisa ay may lakas.
Ito na ang normal, online learning at modular. Di na kailangang mag-face to face, gamit ang cellphone at radio base. Yakapin na ang pagbabago, pahirapan, kaya natin to. Lakasan ng iyong loob, sa bagong normal, sa bagong mundo. Kristiyano at katutubo, isang hanggarin saan patungo. Ipagpatuloy pag-aaral mo, tagumpay ay naghihintay sa'yo.
Balik eskwela na naman, sa puso ang kahandaan. Handang isip, handa bukas, sa pagkakaisa ay may lakas.
Ito na ang new normal, at modular. Di na kailangang mag-face to face, gamit ang cellphone at radio base. Yakapin na ang pagbabago, pahirapan, kaya natin to. Lakasan ng iyong loob, sa bagong normal, sa bagong mundo.
Isang alang-alang natin ang ating kaligtasan, sa bawat oras at panahon, magpakailanman. Hangat palagi ng ating paaralan, ang matuto, gayon din maging ligtas ang kabataan. Tayo ay magkaisa, halina't sama-sama, kasali lahat, kasama lahat, para sa lahat. Pilipinas, maghanda ka na, balik eskwela na, tara. Tayong lahat, sabay-sabay,
pagkakaisa ay may lakas. Ito na ang new normal, online learning at modular. Di na kailangang mag-face to face, gamit ang cellphone at radio base. Yakapin na ang pagbabago, pahirapan, kaya natin to. Lakasan ng iyong loob, sa bagong normal, sa bagong mundo. Sa bagong normal, sa bagong mundo. Sa bagong normal, sa bagong mundo.
Laging handa. Laging handa. Bahatag tuyot, sunog, lindol, bagyo, mga kalamidad na likas sa ating mundo. Napapahamak ang buhay at kabuhayan, kaya naman kailangan ng paghandaan.
Maging handa, maging alerto, tungkulin to ng bawat mamamayan. Kaya tara na, kilos na, lika na, tumulong tayo. Gawin na po ang karapat-dapat, na maging laging handa. Tara na, kilos na, lika na, tumulong tayo. Gawin na po ang karapat-dapat, na maging laging handa. Laging handa. Di inaasahang oras.
Kaya naman hindi na dapat hintayin. Unahan na habang di pa natataranta.
Maging handa, maging alerto.
Tungkulin to ng bawat mamamayan. Kaya
Tara na, kilos na, lika na, tumulong tayo. Gawin na po ang karapat-dapat nang maging laging handa. Tara na, kilos na, lika na, tumulong tayo. Gawin na po ang karapat-dapat nang maging laging handa. Suriin mo mabuti ang iyong kapaligiran. Saan ka ba nakatira? Diyan ba ay bumabaha? Tuwing gamot pagkain, kumot pang sindi, first aid kit. Mga gamit panligtas ng buhay dapat mabitbit. At sakaling lumindol, sumabog ang bungka. Meron bang matagdaanan palayo sa kasawian? Panahon na ay malupit at ang hangin hagupit. Mabuti na lang na tayo ay laging nakahanda. Tara na, kilos na, lika na, tumulong tayo. Gawin na po ang karapat-dapat nang maging laging handa. Tara na, kilos na, lika na, tumulong tayo. Gawin na po ang karapat-dapat nang maging laging handa.
This message was brought to you by the Department of Education with the support of World Vision Development Foundation.
Saludo, saludo, saludo ako sa'yo. Saludo, saludo, saludo ako sa'yo. Di mo alintana mga batikos at pangungutya, lalong-lalo na sa panahon ng pandemya. Ika'y di sumusuko, lumalaban at nangangako. Maihati pa rin ang serbisyong totoo. Para sa kabataan, ginagawa ang lahat. Maibigay lang ang edukasyong karapat-dapat. Kaya't ang awit kong ito ialay ko sa'yo. Deped ako'y saludo sa'yo sa katapatan mo sa Pilipino. Ngayong kaarawan mo, tanggapin mo ang pagpupugay ko. O deped ako'y saludo sa'yo. Saludo, saludo, saludo ako sa'yo. Ika'y pinangungunahan ng isang superwoman. Walang iba, Madam Leonor Briones lang naman. Sa ngalan ng serbisyo, dedikasyon sa trabaho, pagmamahal ng isang ina, nararamdaman ko. Ikaw ang humuhubog sa aming kinabukasan. Laging inuuna ang kapakanan ng kabataan. Kaya't ang awit kong ito ialay ko sa'yo. Deped ako'y saludo sa'yo sa katapatan mo sa Pilipino. Ngayong kaarawan mo, saludo sa'yo. Saludo, saludo, saludo ako sa'yo. Saludo, saludo, saludo ako sa'yo.
Magbayanihan na, magbayanihan na, bayanihan, pagtutulungan, walang kupas na kaugalian. Nagtagatibay, sinasabuhay, galak sa puso ay walang kapantay. Panahon na naman ang brigada, pagbigkisin lakas at diwa. Tara na brigada na, brigada, eskwela, magkaisa sama-sama. Brigada, eskwela, salin na buong barkada. Brigada, eskwela, kilos na, magbayanihan na. Ikaw ako, tayong lahat, hawak kamay, sabay-sabay, kapit-bisig, buong bayan. Tara na, kumilos na. Tulong-tulong sa pagsulong, hatid na kalidad sa edukasyon. Sa kabataan, saya at dunong, buong madla sabay na aahon. Panahon na naman ng brigada, pagbigisin lakas at diwa. Tara na brigada na, brigada, eskwela, magkaisa sama-sama. Brigada, eskwela, salin na buong barkada. Brigada, eskwela, kilos na, magbayanihan na. Brigada, eskwela, kilos na, magbayanihan na. Brigada, magbayanihan na. Sabay-sabayhan na.
The Radyo Z-Eskwela program of the Division of Davao de Oro is being brought to you by Tingog Party List, Nueda Builders Construction and Supply Incorporated, Maverick Builders Incorporated, Mitch Construction and Supply, Mabanglo Archicons Architectural Construction and Supply, DB Construction and Supply, Kanaway Builders Corporation, Phoenix Corvada Tagum Gasoline Station, Master Construction and Supplies, Mackenzie Builders, GP&H Construction Incorporated, Metro Gear Construction Corporation, Men Builders and Development Services Corporation, Max Mays Enterprises Incorporated, Re-In Construction Company, Rangay Construction and Supply, East Sussex Enterprise, WM Construction, Councilor Boogie and Miss Marjorie Bertodazo, Apex Mining Company Incorporated, and Icon Builders and Supply.
Hoy, tara, magklase na ta! Tara, tara! Sige, sige! Let's go!
Kunin na ang radyo, hanapin ang Z-Radio. Halika na at makinig, mag-aaral tayo! Sa Radyo Z-Eskwela, makinig, matuto. Sa Radyo Z-Eskwela, may matutuhan bago. Sa Radyo Z-Eskwela, siguradong masaya. Davao de Oro, Radyo Z-Eskwela. Umulan man umaraw, edukasyo'y susulong. Kaya halika na, mag-aaral tayo! Sa Radyo Z-Eskwela, makinig matuto. Sa Radyo Z-Eskwela, may matutuhang bago. Sa Radyo Z-Eskwela, siguradong masaya. Davao de Oro, Radyo Z-Eskwela.
DepEd Davao de Oro, Radyo Z-Eskwela, siguradong masaya!
Let's go!
Muli po nagbabalik ang Radyo Z-Eskwela, siguradong masaya. Ito pa rin po si Teacher JL. Kasama ko naman si Teacher Donna. Hi, Teacher Donna. Hi, Teacher JL. Well, we're saying hello to Ma'am Noreen Navarro. Thank you so much for watching. And also to Ma'am Thelma Cadiz Bataluna. Nanay, salamat sa papaminaw. Oras na ito mga Z-Eskwela. 1 minute to go before hitting the hour of 1 o'clock this afternoon. Time check is brought to us by Mitch Construction and Supply and also brought to us by Maverick Builders Incorporated. Right, inyo po natungayan ang lesson presentation ni Ma'am Emilu Joy J. Legitimas, Teacher 2 ng Bango National High School. That's grade 11 Physical Education and Health. That's skill-related fitness. Congratulations po kay Ma'am Emilu Joy J. Legitimas. Teacher Donna, what's going to be next?
Yes, sa susunod po natin na lesson, matutunghayan natin ang grade 12 Physical Education and Health na ibabahagi sa atin ni Sir Charlie G. Cayondo Jr., Teacher 1 mula Attorney Orlando S. Remando National High School, at pag-uusapan natin sa ating grade 12 ang folk dance na Lapay Dance.
Alright, so huwag na tayong mag-atubili pa. Teacher Donna, let's do it.
Tara na, magklase na tang.
Good afternoon to our beloved televiewers, grade 12 students of Davao de Oro. This is Teacher Charlie Galo Cayunda Jr. from Attorney Orlando S. Remando National High School, Maco North District. Are you ready to learn about folk dance? I know that this is the most awaited subject that will give you new learning and discoveries. So just sit back, listen, learn, and relax, for we are about to start our fun and exciting class today. Before we will start, let me ask you if you have a prior knowledge about folk dance. Hurry up! Tell me your guess right now. Amazing! That's great! Our topic will be very easy for you today. Dance or dancing is said to be a stress reliever. Do you agree? Right! It is also a form of exercise that will help boost the immune system. Through cardio exercises in a form of Zumba, hip-hop aero, and dance aerobics. Many of these dances come in different forms and nature, and one of these is ethnic or folk dance. In this episode, you will learn one dance offered in K-12 curriculum in Health Optimizing Physical Education 3, which is folk dance. A folk dance is a dance developed by people that reflects the life of the people of a certain country or region. With each passing year, customs and beliefs of groups of people get built little by little, slowly with time forming into traditions. Folk dances represent one of the strongest ways. These traditions of countries and regions can be showcased to the public. Even though many traditional dances bear the name of an ethnic dance, not all of them remain folk dances. But all of them try to emphasize the cultural roots of the particular dance. In this sense, nearly all folk dances are ethnic ones. Do you know any kind of Philippine folk dances? That's great! Now, these are examples of Philippine folk dances. The history of Philippine folk dance incorporates influences from immigrants and conquerors, while at the same time maintaining distinctly Filipino roots. Philippine folk dancing is a true reflection of daily life in the past centuries, while enchanting modern audiences at the same time. Now, we are going to enumerate the 8 classification of Philippine folk dance. First, occupational dances. This dance depicts action of a particular occupation. For example, planting, ponding, and fishing. Second, religious ceremonials. It is associated with religion, vows, and ceremonies. For example, lugso, suwa-kusuwa. Third, comic dances. These dances depict funny movements for entertainment. For example, kinutan, makongo. Fourth, game dances, done with play elements. For example, lubi-lubi, pabu. Fifth, wedding dances, performed during wedding feasts. For example, panasahan. Sixth, courtship dances. These kind of dances depict the art of courtship. For example, tadek, pantomima. 7. Festival dances. These dances are suitable for special occasions. For example, pandango, habanera. And the last classification is war dances. These dances show imagery combat. For example, sagayan, palo-palo. You already know the 8 classification of Philippine folk dance. I hope you will remember all of these classifications. And now, I will show you a sample video of Philippine folk dance. And guess what is the title of the dance? And what classification it belongs?
The Radyo Z-Eskwela program of the Division of Davao de Oro is being brought to you by Nueda Builders Construction and Supply Incorporated, Maverick Builders Incorporated, Mitch Construction and Supply, Archicons Architectural Construction and Supply, DB Construction and Supply, Hanaway Builders Corporation, Phoenix Corvada Tagum Gasoline Station, Master Construction and Supplies, Mackenzie Builders, GP&H Construction Incorporated, Metro Gear Construction Corporation, NEN Builders and Development Services Corporation, Max Mays Enterprises Incorporated, We Inc. Construction Company, Rangay Construction and Supply, East Sussex Enterprise, WM Construction, Counselor Boogie and Miss Marjorie Vertodazo, Icon Builders and Supply, and Apex Mining Company Incorporated.
Can you guess what is the title of the dance? That's right! The title of the dance is Lapay Bantige. Can you tell me what classification it belongs? Great! It belongs to the comic mimetic classification of folk dance. The kind of Philippine folk dance that you are going to learn today is entitled Lapay Bantige. It means seagulls of Bantige Island, Masbate, where it is originated from. Like many small islands, Bantige of Masbate rely on the sea to supply fish to great parts of Bicol region. Each dawn, Bantige village awaits the arrival of boats with their catch. Gathered on the beach with the people are thousands of lapay or seagulls flying overhead or moving around the sand and seashore. To while away their time, people turn their attention to the lapay, shooing them or imitating their flight, swoops, dives, and glides. This playful frolicking started the first steps of an unrehearsed dance. Music was brought in later to lend order and form. For the costume, the female wears baro for the top and saya for the skirt with overskirt cappies. For the male costume, camisa de chino for top and colored peasant pants rolled up just below the knee. The male and female should dance in barefoot. Now, you already know the history and the costume being worn in Lapay Bantige. Are you ready to learn the basic steps? Okay, let's begin the first figure. It's called lupad. Flutter your arms gracefully and step sideways for 16 counts. After this, face your partner. Do the step again for 16 counts, like this. Let's proceed to figure 2, called kumintang. Raise your right arm and do horizontal thumbs up. Rotate your hand and wrist 4 counts clockwise, and another 4 counts for counterclockwise. While doing this, your partner will go around you while doing the lupad figure. After completing each of 4 counts, you and your partner will change positions, meaning your partner will do the kumintang and you will dance around him. This is how you execute it. For figure 3, the step tuka. While facing your partner, place the back of your palm on your forehead and do a pecking motion with your back bent. Do this for 8 counts. Then, while still doing the step, go opposite ways. Example, you are going to the front and your partner going to the back. Do this for 4 times like this. For figure 4, you and your partner should bend and face opposite directions while stomping for 8 counts. Then, raise your arms while twirling to face your partner. Do this for 4 times. This is how you execute it. For figure 5, move your arms in front of you up and down for 16 counts. Then, jump lightly in front of your partner and move your arms up and down in synchronization. Do this for 16 counts too, like this. For the last figure, the lupad, again, flutter your arms gracefully and step sideways for 16 counts. After this, face your partner and do the step again for 16 counts. Pose for your final position right after, like this. You have already learned the history and figures of the dance, Lapay Bantigi. Now, it's your time to shine because you are going to create your own video of Lapay Bantigi and submit it to your teacher for your graded performance task. That's it for Health Optimizing Physical Education 3. I hope you learned a lot and remember everything in our lesson today. Just keep discovering new things and continue learning in our new normal way of learning. Only here on Z-Eskwela Davao de Oro. This is your teacher, Sir Charlie Gallo Cayunda Jr. from Attorney Orlando S. Rimando National High School, Maco North District, saying, keep on believing and continue learning. Bye-bye!
Radyo Z-Eskwela Executive Committee. The School's Division Superintendent, Eufemia T. Gamutin Cecil 5. Assistant Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Romel R. Handayan. OIC Curriculum Implementation Division Chief, Karina S. Asco. School Governance and Operations Division Chief, Dr. Ruben J. Riponte. Members, Cecilia Morales, Dr. Hilda A. Opeña, Dr. Arlene B. Lim, Dr. Eldecris B. Calzadora, Dr. Dexter A. Sikinia, Nohara O. Pinute, Noemi P. Canales, Dr. Grace D. Pontillas, Virgilito C. Pabrices, Juanito Lapiceros, Engineer Norberto S. Manlangit, Jomar M. Dumupoy, Bob Dalan S. Milabat, Medard T. Ampit, and Paz Eugenia Villusino. Technical Working Committee, Productions and Communications, Lorely E. Quijano, Given G. Hinampas, Judyland T. U, Donna D. T. Bolifer, Mary Rose N. Resma, Riwen Manuel, Irene Lea C. Manguhon, and Bessie Aya N. Banias.
Sugata ang adlaw with a smile. Tune in na sa radio, in alive. Bisan na sa man good, listen to the music and it feels so good. Ay gundang ihangtod, di papuntagan pero lingaw man pod. Sa balay man o trabaho, bisan na sa man ka mo adto. Giving you the best music, di relax sa Z-Radio. Kahit ang adlaw siguradong lingaw, dili magpaulahi kay siguradong tuyaw. Para sa Bulawanon na probinsya, Z-Radio. Sa Bulawanon na Pasibya, Z-Radio. Kahit ang adlaw siguradong lingaw, dili magpaulahi kay siguradong tuyaw. Para sa Bulawanon na probinsya, Z-Radio. Sa Bulawanon na Pagsibya, Z-Radio. Don't stop sa Z-Radio, tagaan mong lingaw. Kay giving you the best music and everything, that's what make us proud. So turn your radio up, don't stop. Chillin' while tune in sa radio. All day, all night, dito yun lang sa Z-Radio. Isa no ka sa pakapadulong, sa balay man o trabaho. Giving you the best music and everything, dito lang sa Z-Radio. Kahit ang adlaw siguradong lingaw, dili magpaulahi kay siguradong tuyaw. Para sa Bulawanon na probinsya, Z-Radio. Sa Bulawanon na Pasibya, Z-Radio. Kahit ang adlaw siguradong lingaw, dili magpaulahi kay siguradong tuyaw. Para sa Bulawanon na probinsya, Z-Radio. Sa Bulawanon na Pagsibya, Z-Radio. Kahit ang adlaw siguradong lingaw, dili magpaulahi kay siguradong tuyaw. Para sa Bulawanon na probinsya, Z-Radio. Sa Bulawanon na Pagsibya, Z-Radio. Kahit ang adlaw siguradong lingaw, dili magpaulahi kay siguradong tuyaw. Para sa Bulawanon na probinsya, Z-Radio. Sa Bulawanon na Pagsibya, Z-Radio.
Makisayod sa hisgutan ng kalinaw alang sa kalabuan sa atong komunidad. Kalinaw para sa kalambuan. Paminaw kada Biyernes alas 9 hangtod alas 10 sa buntag. Kalinaw para sa kalambuan. Diri lang sa Z-Radio 88.5. Siguradong lingaw, siguradong kuyaw. Hisgot Panglawas. Programang maghatod kaninyo sa mga impormasyon mahitungod sa hisgutan ng panglawas. Kauban ng atong mga eksperto. Paminaw matag Huwebes, alas 8 hangtod alas 9 sa buntag. Diri lang sa Z-Radio 88.5. Siguradong lingaw, siguradong kuyaw. Hisgot Panglawas. Makisayod sa hisgutan ng kalinaw alang sa kalabuan sa atong komunidad. Kalinaw para sa kalambuan. Paminaw kada Biyernes alas 9 hangtod alas 10 sa buntag. Kalinaw para sa kalambuan. Diri lang sa Z-Radio 88.5. Siguradong lingaw, siguradong kuyaw.
Saludo, saludo, saludo ako sa iyo. Saludo, saludo, saludo ako sa iyo. Di mo alintana mga batikos at pangungutya, lalong-lalo na sa panahon ng pandemya. Ika'y di sumusuko, lumalaban at nangangako, maihati pa rin ang serbisyong totoo. Para sa kabataan, ginagawa ang lahat, maibigay lang ang edukasyong karapat-dapat. Kaya't ang awit kong ito ialay ko sa'yo. Deped ako'y saludo sa'yo sa katapatan mo. saludo sa'yo. Saludo, saludo, saludo ako sa'yo. Ika'y pinangungunahan ng isang superwoman. Walang iba, Madam Leonor Briones lang naman. Sa ngalan ng serbisyo, dedikasyon sa trabaho, pagmamahal ng isang ina, nararamdaman ko. Ikaw ang humuhubog sa aming kinabukasan. Laging inuuna ang kapakanan ng kabataan. Kaya't ang awit kong ito ialay ko sa'yo. Deped ako'y saludo sa'yo sa katapatan mo sa Pilipino. Ngayong kaarawan mo, tanggapin mo ang pagpupugay ko. O deped ako'y saludo sa'yo. Saludo, saludo, saludo ako sa'yo. Saludo, saludo, saludo ako sa'yo.
Laging handa. Laging handa. Bahatag tuyot, sunog, lindol, bagyo, mga kalamidad na likas sa ating mundo. Napapahamak ang buhay at kabuhayan, kaya naman kailangan ng paghandaan.
Maging handa, maging alerto, tungkulin to ng bawat mamamayan. Kaya tara na, kilos na, lika na, tumulong tayo. Gawin na po ang karapat dapat na maging laging handa. Tara na, kilos na, lika na, tumulong tayo. Gawin na po ang karapat dapat na maging laging handa. Laging handa.
Kalamidad ay maaasahang darating.
Sa di inaasahang oras,
Kaya naman hindi na dapat hintayin. Unahan na habang di pa natataranta.
maging handa, maging alerto, tungkulin to ng bawat mamamayan. Kaya tara na, kilos na, lika na, tumulong tayo. Gawin na po ang karapat dapat na maging laging handa. Tara na, kilos na, lika na, tumulong tayo. Gawin na po ang karapat dapat na maging laging handa. Suriin mo mabuti ang iyong kapaligiran. Saan ka pa nakatira? Diyan ba ay bumabaha? Tuwing gamot, pagkain, kumot, pang sindi, first aid kit, mga gamit panligtas ng buhay dapat mabitbit. At sakaling lumindol o sumabog ang bungka, meron bang matagdaanan palayo sa kasawian? Panahon na ay malupit at ang hangin hagupit. Mabuti na lang na tayo ay laging nakahanda. Tara na, kilos na, lika na, tumulong tayo. Gawin na po ang karapat dapat na maging laging handa.
This message was brought to you by the Department of Education with the support of World Vision Development Foundation.
Sabay na babangon, sama-samang ahon, ihanda ang sarili sa hamon. Ipapipigil sa pagsulong sa kinabukasan na katuon, para sa di kalidad na edukasyon.
Balik eskwela na naman, sa puso ang kahandaan, handang isip, handa bukas, sa pagkakaisa ay may lakas.
Ito na ang normal, online learning at modular. Di na kailangang mag-face to face, gamit ang cellphone at radio base. Yakapin ang pagbabago, pahirapan, kaya natin to. Lakasan ang iyong loob, sa bagong normal, sa bagong mundo. Kristiyano at katutubo, isang hanggarin san patungo. Ipagpatuloy pag-aaral mo, tagumpay ay naghihintay sa'yo.
Balik eskwela na naman, sa puso ang kahandaan, handang isip, handa bukas, sa pagkakaisa ay may lakas.
Ito na ang new normal, online learning at modular. Di na kailangang mag-face to face, gamit ng cellphone at radio base. Yakapin na ang pagbabago, pahirapan, kaya natin to. Lakasan ang iyong loob, sa bagong normal.
Alang natin ang gayon din maging ligtas ang kabataan. Tayo ay magkaisa, halina't sama-sama, kasali lahat, kasama lahat, para sa lahat. Pilipinas, maghanda ka na, balik eskwela na, tara. Tayong lahat sabay-sabay, pagkakaisa ay may lakas.
Ito na ang new normal, online learning at modular. Di na kailangang mag-face to face, gamit ng cellphone at radio base. Yakapin na ang pagbabago, pahirapan, kaya natin to. Lakasan ang iyong loob, sa bagong normal, sa bagong mundo. Sa bagong normal, sa bagong mundo. Sa bagong normal, sa bagong mundo.
Magbayanihan na, magbayanihan na, bayanihan, pagtutulungan, walang kupas na kaugalian. Nagtagatibay, sinasabuhay, galak sa puso ay walang kapantay. Panahon na naman ang brigada, pagbigkisin lakas at diwa. Tara na brigada na, brigada, eskwela, magkaisa magbayanihan na. Ikaw ako, tayong lahat, hawak kamay, sabay-sabay, kapit bisig, buong bayan. Tara na, kumilos na. Tulong-tulong sa pagsulong, hatid na kalidad sa edukasyon. Sa kabataan, saya at dunong, buong madla sabay na aahon. Panahon na naman ng brigada, pagbigisin lakas at diwa. Tara na, brigada na. Brigada, eskwela, magkaisa, sama-sama. Brigada, eskwela, sanib na buong barkada. Brigada, eskwela, kilos na, magbayanihan na. Brigada, eskwela, kilos na, magbayanihan na. Brigada, sabay-sabihan na. Sabay-sabihan na.
The Radyo Z-Eskwela program of the Division of Davao de Oro is being brought to you by Tingog Party List, Nueda Builders Construction and Supply Incorporated, Maverick Builders Incorporated, Mitch Construction and Supply, Mabanglo Archicons Architectural Construction and Supply, DB Construction and Supply, Kanaway Builders Corporation, Phoenix Corvada Tagum Gasoline Station, Master Construction and Supplies, Mackenzie Builders, GP&H Construction Incorporated, Metro Gear Construction Corporation, NEN Builders and Development Services Corporation, Max Mays Enterprises Incorporated, Re-In Construction Company, Rangay Construction and Supply, East Sussex Enterprise, WM Construction, Councilor Boogie and Miss Marjorie Bertodazo, Apex Mining Company Incorporated, and Icon Builders and Supply.
Mga isyu ug katikaran sa barangay. Idol Kusika. Mga kasulbaran sa mga problemang pambarangay. Idol Kusika. Paminaw kada Biyernes alas 8 hangtod alas 9 sa buntag. Diri lang sa Z Radio 88.5. Siguradong lingaw, siguradong kuyaw. Idol Kusika. Mga legal nga hisgutanan. Panyero de Oro. Tagaan ug pagtagad sa programang Panyero de Oro. Paminaw kada Miyerkules alas 8 hangtod alas 9 sa buntag. Panyero de Oro. Dili lamang sa Z Radio 88.5. Siguradong lingaw, siguradong kuyaw. You got it. Panyero de Oro. Hisgot Panglawas. Programang maghatod kaninyo sa mga impormasyon mahitungod sa hisgutanang panglawas. Kauban ng atong mga eksperto. Paminaw matag Huwebes alas 8 hangtod alas 9 sa buntag. Diri lang sa Z Radio 88.5. Siguradong lingaw, siguradong kuyaw. Hisgot Panglawas. Mga isyu ug katikaran sa barangay. Idol Kusika. Mga kasulbaran sa mga problemang pambarangay. Idol Kusika. Paminaw kada Biyernes alas 8 hangtod alas 9 sa buntag. Diri lang sa Z Radio 88.5. Siguradong lingaw, siguradong kuyaw. Idol Kusika.
Hoy, tara, magklase na ta! Tara, tara! Sige, sige! Let's go!
Na ang radyo, hanapin ang Z-Radio. Halika na at makinig, mag-aaral tayo! Yay! Sa Radyo Z-Eskwela, makinig, matuto. Sa Radyo Z-Eskwela, may matutuhang bago. Sa Radyo Z-Eskwela, siguradong masaya. Davao de Oro, Radyo Z-Eskwela. Maraw, edukasyo'y susulong. Kaya, halika na, mag-aaral tayo! Yay! Sa Radyo Z-Eskwela, makinig matuto. Sa Radyo Z-Eskwela, may matutuhang bago. Sa Radyo Z-Eskwela, siguradong masaya. Davao de Oro, Radyo Z-Eskwela.
Handog ng DepEd Davao de Oro, Radyo Z-Eskwela, siguradong masaya!
Let's go! Yay!
Give a check mga Z-Eskwela. Oras natin, it's 20 minutes before hitting the hour of 2 o'clock this afternoon. Time check is brought to us by Nueda Builders Construction and Supply Incorporated. Also brought to us by Mitch Construction and Supply. Ito pa rin po si Teacher JL.
And this is Teacher Donna.
Natunghayan niyo po ang lesson presentation ni Ma'am or the Sir Charlie G. Cayonda Jr., Teacher 1 of Attorney Orlando S. Romano National High School. That's grade 12, Physical Education and Health, Folk Dance, Lapay Dance. Habang nakikinig si Teacher Donna kanina, di siya makapagpigil at nag-reminisce siya sa kanyang ano yan?
Yung presentation namin sa kindergarten sa Festival of Talent. That's the time, Teacher J. Nakita mo ko for the first time. Oo, kasi doon yan sa Compostela. Yes.
Ganon.
Pero hindi ko siya napansin. Ganda lang.
Gandang babae?
Yes.
Okay. Pagbigyan na natin. Okay. Anyway, malapit na araw ng mga puso. No? Teacher Donna, that's gonna be about how many days to go?
Ewan ko. Basta Sunday yan. Yun ang sure ako. So, magsisimba tayo niyan at saka sa bahay lang.
Ang sure lang natin,
Sunday yan.
Talaga, no? Parang,
2 weeks from now.
Yes. Basta sure tayo na 2 weeks from now at Sunday ang araw ng mga puso.
Nakapaghanda ka na ba, Teacher JL?
Yes, as early as December actually.
Wow!
Okay, so anyway, titingnan natin kung ano mangyayari ngayong darating na araw ng mga puso. If there will be hearts for you, Teacher Donna.
Meron yan. Confident ako dyan.
Talaga. Okay. Balita ko, gwapo raw no? Okay. Anyway, so recap tayo sa naganap ng mga lessons natin for today, Teacher Donna.
Yes.
Yes, we'll start with
wala ka, Teacher J.
Sabi mo nga pala, no? Okay. So, bigay sa atin ni Ma'am Aliana K.A. Gamba, Teacher 1 of Compostela National High School. That's MAPE 9. Other art forms of medieval, Renaissance, and Baroque music. Yan.
Yes, at pagkatapos pinag-usapan natin sa ating MAPE 10 with our content presenter, Ma'am Mary Paz V. Pastera, Master Teacher 1 mula Pantukan National High School, at pinag-usapan natin ang complementary and alternative medicine.
Okay, and at 12, grade 11 Physical Education and Health. That's skill-related fitness brought to us by Ma'am Emilu Joy J. Legitimas, Teacher 2 of Bango National High School.
Yes, at bago lang natin ito ngayon, yung sa grade 12 natin na folk dance, lapay dance.
Okay, so tapos na ang araw na ito, Teacher Donna, kasi natapos na nating i-present lahat ng ating mga lessons for today. Sa ngalan po ng bumubuo ng Radyo Z-Eskwela, ito po ang tambahan, Teacher JL.
And this is Teacher Donna.
Isa pong karangalan ang makapaglingkod sa inyo ngayong araw na ito. Catch us tomorrow, same time at 12 o'clock, right? And on Friday at 10 a.m. And on Saturday at buong araw. Right, so again, magpapaalam na po kami. Maraming salamat po sa 4 na oras po na pagtutok dito sa Radyo Z-Eskwela. Siguradong masaya. Again, ito po ang tambahan, Teacher JL.
And this is Teacher Donna.
Dito lang sa 88.5 FM Z Radio. Siguradong lingaw.
Siguradong kuyaw.
Dalay ka ng Diyos.